Hello, hello. Back on my main account again. Hello, hello, and welcome to YouTube and Twitch. Thank you guys for being here today. Welcome in, welcome in. Welcome, welcome. Thank you guys. Thank you for coming in and tapping or sending the hearts. Gotta be careful. Thank you for sharing. Usually between 5 and 10,000 likes, we get up on the For You page. So just keep showing some love on that screen. And tap, 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 tap. Oh, forgot we're not supposed to say that. Pat, pat, pat. All right, let's start a Diava Smackdown song. Here we go. She signs on every day at 4, waiting for MAGA to enter the door. With a this and a that and a sheepish grin. Look out, MAGA, she's about to begin. She's got moxie, it runs through her soul. She's the queen of Smackdown, yeah, it's her role. She invites the MAGA to challenge a fight. Careful where you tread, cause she's got fight. Come see Diava, a crusader of truth. Her sassy one-liners carry more than one tooth. She's bold and she's strong, she's a force to see. Diava is the badass of Smackdown Queens. MAGA tries to argue, but they have no wit. Diava hit them with facts when they start talking shit. Your logic's a mess, your facts are weak. Go step aside, boo. Hiya, JM. The speech, she's got a heart of gold, but her force is steel. Don't ever talk over her, cause she'll make you squeal. From Twitter to TikTok, she's roaming the streets. Diava's got game, and she's hard to beat. Diava, a crusader of truth. Her sassy one-liners carry more than one tooth. She's bold and she's strong, she's a force. Thank you, gracious. Diava is the badass of Smackdown Queens. She's got a megaphone and a platform to preach. Running a show in the TikTok streets. Equality for all and respect for her crew. Come meet Sir Val and Gemma the Jewel. With maggots in the corner, looking kind of small as they stumble over word and begin the free fall. Diava delivers the end game stunner. She says, "Oh, now you have a runner, a crusader of truth." Thank you, Gracious. She's bold and she's strong. She's a force to see. Diava is the badass of Smackdown Queens. So raise up our glasses and give her a follow. Come see her make all the MAGA twits swallow. With her wit and her wisdom, she's got game. Diava's a legend, and we all know her name. Stop being so emotional. Yes. Thank you again, Hey Jude, for my theme song. One of my loyal listeners and followers made that song for me, and I just absolutely love it. Thank you, Gracious. Thank you so much for the gifts. I really appreciate your generosity. Thank you so much, Gracious. So kind of you. All right, if you voted for Donald Trump, hit that guest request button and come on up. I am looking to speak to you and only you right now. Harris supporters are going to be in the comments section making their comments since they're not allowed in the box. So then you, Trump supporters, Trump voters, are supposed to be in the queue to talk to me. We're here for conversation, so let's come up and have a conversation. I'm going to bring up my backup account. Make sure you guys are all following my backup account for obvious reasons. Not sure what's happening. I'm trying to request up. It's not going. Not sure what's happening.
All right, there's my backup account. There we go. All right, make sure everybody is following my backup account. All right. Let me see if there's anybody in the guest request box. Let's get going. Nope. Come on, Trump supporters. Let's go. If you voted for Donald Trump, you're supposed to be in the box getting ready to have a Oh, God, Brita. I don't know if I can handle you today. I've seen you on everyone else's lives, and you are insufferable, my friend.
That's cold.
What?
Yeah, I'm human, you know that?
Yes.
Why do you want to hurt my feelings? I don't even know you, man.
If I hurt your feelings, that's on you.
I live in a one bedroom in the basement. Don't mind the window. Don't mind the window behind me.
What does that have to do with anything?
I'm a human. You don't have to do that.
Dude, I've seen you debate everybody. I saw you debate RTP. I've seen you debate all these different people. You're insufferable. You don't ever have any facts. You spin in circles. You talk about stuff that's not even on topic. You're just quite insufferable.
That means that you can cook me real easily right now. You know all my talking points, and you have all the facts. Since I'm a liar, you could do it right now.
I didn't say you were a liar. I said you don't bring any facts.
That's what you got the facts, right?
Yes.
All right, so present them and cook me right now.
I don't have to present them, and you're not going to come on my live and tell me what to do, because I'll tell you to go fuck off. I don't need you up here. Don't tell me what to do. You got the wrong one if you think you're going to come up here and tell me what to do on my live. That's cute. That's super cute. But trying to order me around is not going to work.
All right, well, we're here for the conversation, for the debate. What are you doing?
So what do you think about the Pete Hegseth and the Signal chat that they talked about war plans?
They didn't talk about war plans.
Okay. Give me one moment. All right, look on the screen behind me. Let's see, what time? Set to rocket launch first strike at 12:15, 13:45. Trigger-based F-18 first strike window starts. Target T is at his known location. That is war plans, talking about striking a country before they actually strike them. This is plans with the weapons they're going to use. They should resign immediately.
Yeah, it's a mistake. It shouldn't have happened. Okay.
Then he should resign immediately.
Who should resign?
Hegseth should resign. Gabbard should resign. They should resign, yes.
Oh, okay. I thought you were having trouble with English.
Did you think you did something? And if you think you can come up here and hurt my feelings, you can't.
Oh, you're a tough one, huh?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Hey, did you set a Cybertruck on fire recently?
He's crashing out already. You're deflecting away from what I just proved to you and showed you on the screen, how they were actually discussing war plans, and then at the very end, Godspeed for our warriors. You're just deflecting. You deflect to menopause. You deflect to Tesla trucks. You pivot and you pivot off of what we're talking about because I just dumped you.
I literally said, no, you didn't. I acknowledge it. Hey, it was a mistake. No, they shouldn't resign.
That's not a mistake.
What is it?
It is a failure of national security. It's a failure of protecting our troops that were over there and us.
You got Brett deranged.
You're deranged. No. Humble yourself. Nobody thinks of you that way. Humble yourself. Humble yourself. Humble yourself. Humble yourself.
But you know who Big Brett is?
No, I don't. I just watched the debate you had last night.
Which one?
With RTP. Or was it the night before with RTP?
I don't know who RTP is.
Sure.
I'm serious.
Okay, that's fine.
No, I debated Parker the other night.
Nope. It's not who I'm talking about.
That's who I debated.
Anyway, that's not what I'm here to talk about. I don't give a shit about who you debated.
Well, you brought it up.
I just said I brought it up at the beginning. But I've seen you debate, and I know that you never have any sources. I saw you debating with Santana. Oh yeah, that was Santana and Parker. That was the other night, but that's not who I'm talking about.
Yeah, those are my sons now.
Sure.
Well, Santana been my son.
I don't know what to do with you.
Okay. Blocked.
Yep, you guessed it. Bye, bitch. He's been on Zeus. He's been on everybody. He never has anything. He just comes up here, calls names, does whatever, and I'm just like, that's why I was like, he wasn't gonna last long. Political. Did you vote for Trump?
No.
Okay, I'm looking for Trump supporters and Trump voters only. Thank you for coming up. Oh my God. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request button. I told y'all he was insufferable. I knew he wasn't going to last terribly long. His reputation precedes him. He just spins, talks, makes excuses, literally anything but has a debate. Asking me if I'm in menopause, all those things that have absolutely nothing to do. Absolutely nothing to do with what we're talking about. And when I smacked him down with the facts of the text of what they were talking about, actual war plans, then he goes to, are you in menopause? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's so cool. Like, oh my God, are you in menopause? Seriously? That's all you have to say? Troy, you were on a pause on men, that's for sure. LOL, yes. That was my son. My son was like, yeah, you're in a pause from men. For sure. For sure. If you voted for Trump, hit the guest request button and come on up. I am looking to talk to you. Succubus, thank you. Succubus Angel. Oh, why did you get muted? Let me see if I can find you and unmute you, Succubus Angel. Hold on. Thank you for the $1 cash app, though, to tell me. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request button. Let's go. All right. If you voted for Donald Trump, you should be in the guest request.
Hello.
Jacob, did you vote for Trump?
3 times.
The fuck? All right.
I'm just wondering why when I say something in the comments, they muted me away because they didn't like what I was saying.
Oh no, that's because Trump supporters are not supposed to be in the comment section. It's only supposed to be Kamala supporters because they don't have access to the box right now to come up and talk to me because I'm only allowing Trump supporters up. So your job was to be in the box, and it worked because you can't speak in the comment section. So you came up to talk to me, and that is exactly the point. Can one of my mods find Succubus Angel and unmute her, please? One of my mods. A bunch of Karens?
Yeah.
What does that mean?
You know what Karen is?
Yes, I know what a Karen is.
Okay, let's just make a show.
Do you guys ever have anything worthy or valid to talk about, or you just come up and just do stupid stuff? And just whine and cry. Are you Karen? Are you in menopause? You're ugly. That's all I ever get. And I don't care. Nobody's crying. Nobody's crying. How old are you and what state did you vote in?
Louisiana, 41.
Perhaps it's time to act like it.
You open your feelings. You need your safe space.
That's you, not me.
I'm fine. We won.
You're the one that's whining. What did you win?
We got our president.
What did you win?
We got the GOAT president back.
Yeah. What did you win?
To make you mad.
So you're just a psychopath.
Yeah.
Okay, that tracks. Riveting conversation. Riveting. Absolutely riveting. That's MAGA. Oh, Mimi ran away. Oh, Mimi. We know you're a Trump supporter. Okay, Succubus, I got you. You're unmuted now. Now that you requested up. If you voted for Trump, hit the guest request button. Jacob, if you're still in here, what you won was to sink on the Titanic with the rest of us because it's the millionaires and billionaires that are going to get the lifeboats, and you're still going to go down with us. Okay, so you didn't win anything, boo. You didn't win anything. You didn't win your no tax on tips, no tax on overtime, no tax on Social Security, because you're never going to get it because he can't do it. He's already hit the debt ceiling to give his tax breaks to his billionaires. Yay! And add $4 trillion to our national debt in just 2 months. You must be proud. You must be proud. So proud. All the food assistance gone. That's going to harm red states more than blue states. Taking money away from food pantries, taking money away from SNAP benefits. It's poor red states that have the most people on those benefits and the most people that probably voted for Donald Trump. Yep. And Trump already has 4 soldiers that were unalived on the Belarus border. Good job, Trump. Colleen, I've seen your message several times. I know that. Oh my God, Liam. Guess you came back to get blocked on this account, huh?
Why are you? Oh my God, Liam. Why are you so triggered by me? You came back to get blocked on this account, huh? Are you showing?
You have a massive echo, so either stop recording me.
Why are you so triggered by me?
Swipe out of the app and come back because you have a wicked echo. There we go. That's gone now. If you probably stop recording me, then it wouldn't be.
Can I get something straight? I've never recorded a live in my life, and I've never reported. You don't have to believe that, but that's a fact. I don't have time.
I don't believe Trump supporters because I don't believe Trump supporters. You guys are all liars, and you listen to the king of all liars, and you believe him. So I don't believe anything that you say.
So do you walk around your life just not believing anyone at all? You just walk around in misery?
No, I didn't say that. I said I don't believe people that voted for Trump because he is a liar and you guys believe him. So no, if you still vote Trump and you tell me something, I'm not going to believe you.
Sure, but I'm not even talking about Trump yet. We can get there if you want, but I'm talking about actually trying to come up here and hurt your live. You made a successful live, and I'm proud of you for that. Why would I ever come up here and report you or in any way try to have your live taken down? Even if I lost a conversation, why would I do that?
Because Trump supporters are psychotic and they do it all the time.
I'm weak. Why would I do that?
Trump supporters do it to me every single day.
Dude, I've never even blocked anyone's account.
I don't care.
Can we get past that now?
I didn't even say anything.
You said, do I need to block this account?
Right. Do I need to block you from my account? You are irritating. You are insufferable.
There you go. Because I'm irritating.
Yes.
You have blocked my account.
Yes.
Speaking to your chat, telling them if someone irritates you, that you're just going to block them in your life.
Yes.
Why do you do TikTok? Why do you do TikToks?
I don't mind if you come in here because you lie, you spread misinformation, and you put my live at risk. So that's why I end up blocking you guys, because you do things and say things that are going to get me shut down.
Oh, okay. I've never said anything on your live that would ever shut you down. So that's an outright lie. Even if I said,
man, you are so emotional.
Even if I said like a tea group, I could say that word. I know that that's not TikTok appropriate. Why would I not say? Why would I just say?
Oh my God! Can we move on to something else? Jesus fucking Christ! Yeah, he's very fluent in Japanese.
Why the hell did you vote for Harris? How start there.
Because she was smart. She was the most qualified candidate that's ever been put up for the presidency since I've been born, and I'm 52 years old. She had 21 years of public service of upholding the law. She was a district attorney, an attorney general, a senator, a vice president. Okay. She was infinitely, excuse me, you asked me, let me answer. She was infinitely more qualified than any male that we've ever run up for president. She was overqualified to be president. She actually had policies for the working and middle class and lower class, like not raising taxes on anyone that makes makes under $400,000 a year, $25,000 down payment assistance for first-time home buyers, $6,000 child tax credit for the first year of a child's life to help offset daycare costs, and $3,600, I think, after age of 1. So she had policies that would actually benefit the majority of the American people. Donald Trump ran on giving tax breaks to the millionaires and billionaires. And that's what he did. You and me didn't get shit.
Well, under a thriving economy of Donald Trump's first presidency, okay?
No.
We saw.
No.
We saw.
No.
No, you're interrupting.
Yes, because you're spewing misinformation. That's not true.
Are you fucking serious right now?
Yes.
We saw the lowest.
No, his economy was tanking before C-19. C-19 only saved him so he could blame it on it.
We saw the lowest unemployment.
No, Joe Biden had lower.
Especially.
Joe Biden had lower. No, Joe Biden had lower. He had lower unemployment. He had lower everything under. No. Okay. You can go find me a source that says his unemployment numbers were better than Trump's. I'm taking out C-19. If I take out C-19, Joe Biden still had. If I take C-19 out from both of them, Joe Biden had job creation at 400,000 plus per month, and Donald Trump had like 140,000 per month. Just absolutely eviscerating. If you want to add back in C-19, he had a negative 14% unemployment rate. So anything that you say about the economy under Donald Trump, Joe Biden beat the metric by a lot. And Joe Biden wasn't a colossal piece of shit, a liar, a fraudster, a convicted felon, and adjudicated rapist. So there's that, and neither was Kamala.
Within the hauling and the trucking industry, why did we see so many trucking companies go bankrupt?
There was global supply chain issues.
Let me talk. Why did we see
global supply chain issues?
Why did we see so many trucking companies?
Global supply chain issues.
You're not even listening to what I'm saying. You're just cutting me off and thinking you understand what I'm going to be talking about because you're a bully.
No, I'm not.
You're the one who is insufferable.
He is so emotional. I'll give you a minute to calm down. Get a binky, get a banky. Calm down.
Are you married?
Yes.
Your husband needs a fucking medal, seriously. He needs a medal of valor, of honor, of it all. How does he deal with you?
He doesn't.
Yeah, he doesn't even, you're not even around him ever, right?
I don't deal with him either. We're estranged because he's a MAGA.
What a patriot. What a patriot.
Yeah.
Is he a good father at least?
Are we interviewing me? Because are you writing a book?
I know you told me before that you had children.
Are you writing a book?
You told me you had kids.
I have 4. Yes. What's your point?
Congratulations. That's a lot of work.
No shit. I've raised 2 to adulthood, and I have 2 little ones. My oldest is 31. My twins are 11.
Well, that's a lot of work. Good job, Mom. I'm not ever going to take that away from you, okay? That's a shit ton of work.
Yeah. And I've had to do it mostly on my own.
Well, that's killer. Great job.
Well, you can't say the K word either.
What's that?
You can't say Kill.
Oh, sorry. I meant it in like.
And no, I don't. I don't want to go out on a date with you. So if you would move on to something that's not personal, that'd be great.
You're 30 years my senior. Calm down. I'm not Kamala Harris. And Willie Brown.
Or like Trump and Melania.
Yeah, but he's not using her for...
Or Trump, nah. Shut up. You're so ridiculous.
For climbing the ladder, okay?
She didn't have to use him to climb the ladder, boo. They were dating. They dated for a year.
Are you serious right now?
Yeah, because that's what the fact is.
Who was Willie Brown?
Mayor.
Okay. And what was she at the time?
The district attorney. She was already climbing her way up. Who cares?
Yeah.
He can't make her be attorney general. That's an elected position. Every position she's ever had, she's been elected to, not appointed from. So she has earned every single thing that she's gotten. You're just trying to say she's looked her way to the top. Well, if that's the case, then it's still on men for withholding promotions without getting sexual favors. So it still comes back to men. So fuck you and your stupid analogy.
So when she was 10...
She was elected. It doesn't matter. Okay? If I wanted to date somebody right now that was 80 years old, I'm 52. I could date someone 80 years old. It's not illegal. It's not gross. It's different if you're 10 and someone's 30. That's when it's a problem.
What somebody Trump's age? You would date somebody Trump's age?
How old is Caroline Levitt's husband?
I don't know how much. What is their difference? 20 years?
Do you know who Caroline Levitt is?
Yes, I do. Press secretary.
1 second.
No.
Second. No, she's not. She's a fucking liar. She lies every single day.
She's so badass, dude.
No, yeah, I bet you thought. I bet you thought all the other ones were too.
No, she's killer, man.
Okay, if you say that word one more time, I'm just gonna dump you because you keep saying the K word, and I'm sick and tired of you not following TikTok language. You've been on this app long enough to know what you're not supposed to say.
I'm sorry. I apologize about that. I was using it in a positive, way, but still, it's still not TikTok friendly. I apologize. I shouldn't be saying that. Anyway,
32 years. 32 years. 32 years. He's old enough to be her father. So miss me with Kamala. Move it on.
Again, he's a very successful man, right?
Oh, because it's a man, it's different. Oh, okay. Because he's a successful man. Okay.
I never said that it doesn't look strange. Yeah, I think that age gap is crazy for sure. Would I ever do that? Hell no.
That's why you let people do whatever the fuck they want in their own personal lives. It's none of your business. It's none of mine.
But you always come after character. This is all a character thing.
What? It has nothing to do. Donald Trump is a felon and a fraudster and a rapist. And even if you took all of those three things away, he is still a liar, a malignant narcissist, and a terrible, awful human being.
But not a crook.
Yes, he is a crook. He stole over $500,000. That's called fraud. Oh, he owes the state of New York over $500 million, off of over $500 million to the state of New York for defrauding them. That's a crook, boo.
You know what? I was actually just. Did you ever see the movie Scent of a Woman with Al Pacino? Dude, you just look so angry. Why don't you just lighten up a little bit? I know that everything has to be like a fuck you moment to your guests, but why are you so angry? I'm not angry.
I don't like you.
Wow, I'm sorry. I don't dislike you. So does that mean you're just a way better person than I am?
Oh, I know I am.
Oh, great. Good for you, dude. Awesome. Your husband doesn't think so.
Oh, yeah, he does.
And your kids probably don't either.
Oh, my son's in here. You want to talk to my son?
You see how it sounds when I'm rude? I don't need to be rude to you.
My adult son is in here. You want to talk to him?
Yeah, sure. Bring him up.
He's got my 3-year-old grandson. He might not be able to, but Troy, if you want to come up, you can request. I'll bring you up. If you can't, you don't want to, don't. It's fine. He's one of my mods in here. Are you married? Are you married, Liam?
I am. I have 2 children. One's adopted. And yeah, I married one time the rest of my life.
Congratulations.
And she puts up with me, believe it or not.
She's the one who deserves a medal.
She does deserve a medal, for sure.
I feel so. I hope you don't have any daughters.
You're such a bitch, man, honestly. You don't need to say the things that you do, but you just
I hope you don't have a daughter.
Because you don't have any control.
No. You voted for the man who wants to control her body. What the fuck is wrong with you? Oh my God. Yolanda, thank you for the dollar cash up. My head hurts. Hello, how are you? How is Jim? Good. Cheryl, thank you for the dollar, the cash app. I can't even believe you're saying this. This is the most insane, backward, alternate reality shit I've ever heard in my entire fucking life. Cheryl, thank you for the dollar cash app. Liam is making my skin itch. I know, right?
So somebody wants me to ask you about your parents.
My parents are MAGA too, so is my brother.
Sorry, chat. I was laughing out loud. I tried to do that internally, but it just came out.
So, Anne?
It's just a beautiful thing. You have to have, I guess you have to have a black sheep. Everyone has a black sheep in the family, you know. So, what turned you to the dark side?
Are you interviewing me for a job?
Yeah, I'm trying to.
Are you writing a book about me? Are you writing a book? How about you kiss my ass and make it a love story? Go ahead, Gen X.
Hey, Liam, why are you here? You don't really learn anything, and you also condone violence against women. My friend Danny, the one who was in your live, you said your friends were saying, how they were going to physically assault her and then rape her afterwards, and you didn't do anything about that. You just let it happen.
Okay, so you just sit in lives and listen in and believe everything you hear. Is that what it is? Because
what you hear with your own ears?
I saw the recording, Liam.
You're a liar. No, you didn't see anything on recording because that never happened.
It happened. Liam, you're a toxic, disgusting human being. I'm always on these streets. I hold people accountable because people tend to forget, but I don't.
No, you're an emotional dude that listens to.
Do I sound emotional?
You listen.
You sound kind of emotional. I don't sound emotional.
I heard that you sit outside of schools, and look at little kids. Would that be true?
Oh, cut it out. You're fucking disgusting.
No, see what I'm trying to say?
Wow, that's pretty messed up, dude.
That's different when it's children, you nasty fuck. Get out of here. Get out of here. Get out of here.
He hates me. He absolutely hates me.
Absolute filth. That's a sick thing to lie about. Absolute filth.
I don't take any offense. I've had horrible things, horrible accusations sent my way, but I don't let it faze me because I know I'm not that person, so they can say it all they want. And thank you for defending me and getting rid of him. I appreciate it, but I don't react to things that aren't true about me. And I have proof that he is that person. So it's a disgusting thing.
And we also know that example though, Gen X leftist, I'm just going to say, every confession or every accusation is a MAGA confession. So what he just hypothetically threw at you, FBI probably needs to do a little investigation.
I 100% agree. And all the bad things he was saying about you, I want you to know that you are gorgeous, you're awesome, you're amazing, and I love you, and the people that are here love you. And I know you don't doubt that, but sometimes we need a little reaffirmation of who we are. And I think that you're the fucking cat's pajamas.
Thank you. I appreciate you. Thank you.
You know what it is.
I appreciate you. Thank you. Yeah, he was just like, well, what do you have? What is he a good dad? I'm like, what are you fucking writing a book? Like, I'm here to.
Liam has no arguments. He has no solid ground to stand on.
No. The cat's pajamas was the best. Shid, did you vote for Trump?
I did, yeah.
Okay, how old are you and what state did you vote in?
I'm 21 and I'm in Connecticut.
Okay. Did you want to add to the conversation? I'm probably not. It wasn't much of a conversation with the other dude, but what did you want to talk about?
I kind of just joined, so what happened?
Well, he was being personal. He was interviewing me like he wanted to date me. I don't know. It was weird.
That's weird.
Well, I can promise you now, I wouldn't want to date you.
Oh, good. Okay, because I don't do Trump supporters. Ew. It's like instant birth control. But because you're vile. You guys are vile. If you would vote for this man after J6, if you would vote for this man after being a convicted felon, if you would vote for this man after being found for fraud, if you would vote for this man after being found liable in a court of law for raping a woman, you're vile. If you're still riding with this dog, you're just like him, and I can't have any part of it.
What's rape?
It's the word without the G. You can't say the RAPE word on TikTok.
Okay. All right. Gotcha. No, I get that. I didn't hear about all this stuff before.
Sure. What rock were you living under?
I saw the ads and I was just like, I liked him on The Apprentice.
You weren't even old enough to watch The Apprentice. Could you please come up with something that's actually real?
What?
Fucking A, man.
Sorry, I'm a little nervous. You're making me nervous. You're asking me all these questions. I wasn't even expecting coming on here. Frankly, I'm a huge fan. I need to be turned. That's what I'm trying to do. I kind of just voted off of a whim of pure pressure.
Hey, hold on. Give me 1 second. Y'all, I have to restart. I'll be right back. Give me literally 15 seconds. I'll be right back. I have to restart.
Hey, you've been scrolling.
I had to restart. I got a violation. Welcome back. Welcome back. Hey, everybody on YouTube and Twitch. Great to see you here. Thank you for coming in and having those hearts flying so we can get back on the For You page. I had to do a quick restart. Good day, Miss Cat's pajamas. Thank you. Yes, I need to get me some kitty pajamas now. I need to get me some kitty pajamas. That's it. All right. Probably. He's like, I don't. Yeah, you got it, and then I got one right after you. So I had to remove you, and then I just restarted. So if you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request button. You never heard of cat's pajamas? That's funny. I know. They're big in their fifis. Thank you, guys. Hit the guest request button and come on up if you voted for Donald Trump. Everybody else, just keep on making those hearts fly. I had to do a quick restart. I've heard the bee's knees. I've heard all kinds of different ones, but I hadn't heard cat's pajamas, but I like that one a lot. Yeah, Shit can come back if he comes back. Make sure you're following my backup account down there at the very bottom of the screen for obvious reasons. Make sure you're following my backup account. And I'll probably say it twice just to be sure that they made it back. But a few things came in while I was down, or right before I went down. Sean, thank you for the $5. Liam gets roasted by Isaiah Martin nightly. Oh, I'm sure he does. Oh my gosh. Corey, thank you for the $3 cash app for MAGA is a total embarrassment to our country. Agree. Stephanie, thank you for the $2. for being the cat's pajamas. Oh, tell me what's good. Okay. Tell me what's good is putting up a $2 challenge. She's challenging everybody in the chat right now to send $2 to my Cash App or Venmo. I will put it on the screen right here to make it easier for you, but they're both spelled exactly the same way, Diavatalks. Right there at the very top of the banner. Thank you, Stephanie. So if you want to help support my live, you can send $2 to my Cash App or Venmo on the yellow banner to help support my live. Thank you. Let me bring up our first guest. Okay, Shid's back. Okay. Okay, we're back.
Oh, thank you. I didn't notice what happened there. So what I was trying to say before is, I'm kind of in the middle and I'm looking for guidance. And, I ask people from both parties, where they stand. And I'm trying to just, I'm really in the middle, Economically, I lean more right,
But yeah, except for Trump, Donald Trump is not fiscally conservative. He has spent $4 trillion and added $4 trillion to our national debt in the first 2 months. That's not fiscally conservative.
Well, you could be right on that.
No, I'm not. I am right.
But the ways that he's also trying to grow the economy or
How?
make ways to make more money, like his what was it, the $5 million expressed.
Isn't that such a slap in the face? Isn't that a slap in the face that people can't afford a $5 million get out? I mean, just come into the country. Don't need to be vetted as long as you got fucking money. He even said Vladimir Putin could buy a U.S. citizenship through that, and he would be allowed to vote here. Come on, man.
I haven't heard that. See,
Come
that's why
on.
I'm trying to say I'm in the middle here. I'm trying to get some guidance.
Come on, man.
But in the same token, if you think about it, I honestly don't think Vladimir Putin's going to be taking the next flight to the United States. I don't think anybody would.
But I'm saying is,
But also in the same sense.
What I'm saying is, he's hawking, he's selling. What does your username mean?
It's a nickname. It's a shit.
Yeah, but your username inside it says Shotzi.
Oh, Shotzi, that means treasure.
In what language?
In German. Is there something wrong with Shotzi? If you look it up, it translates to treasure. It's just it's a nickname. But still, in the same token, with the $5 million buy-ins or for express citizenship, wouldn't it also in theory possibly benefit us?
No.
In what way? Because if you have let's say 1 million people do this.
So the thing is you don't care about immigrants as long as they're the rich ones. That's what's so sick. That's what's sick. That's what's sick. You guys are trying to deport all these people that are poor and came here, struggled, and coming from countries where they're war-torn or they're starving. It's un-American. On the side of the Statue of Liberty, it says, bring us your poor, huddled masses. It doesn't say bring us your fucking millionaires and billionaires to come and to add to the broligarchy.
But it's not like we're saying nobody can enter the country legally. I just don't get the fact if you go and, well, I understand asylum seekers, but if you're coming here to cause problems in our country, spreading drugs, fentanyl, like...
Hey! All right, I gotta do a restart. Fucker, get off my panel. I gotta do a restart. God damn it. I don't know how to use TikTok appropriate language. He's gonna get me bananaed again, so I had to turn my live off, and I'll wait a minute before the violation comes in and go back live. I'll be right back. God. All right. Try this again. Hi, everybody on YouTube and Twitch. We're just getting started back in on TikTok. Oh my God, these people. Welcome back. Welcome back. Of course he was doing that on purpose. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request button for me, please. God, I hate these fucking people. Like, seriously. Sorry. After they say a word, they're not supposed to say a word, especially one of the substances. I always get shut down every single time. So my son called me last night. He's like, listen, every time, well, I won't say it because it'll give Trump supporters an idea. How about I just keep that to myself? I had to restart for reasons. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request button and come on up. Everybody else, let's get those hearts flying. Get everybody up here. I saw some Cash App and Venmos roll in. So when I get a few more people in here, I'll say thank you to everybody. That way I make sure that they come back, that they're here when I say it. Exactly. We figured out their game. Exactly, Troy. All right, let me bring up my backup account, and then I'll bring up my first guest waiting in the box. Guest, just give me 1 second to bring up my backup account, and I'll bring you right up. There we go. All right, so if you voted for Donald Trump, you should be in the guest request box. If you voted for Harris, you should be patting the screen and making those hearts fly. Let me bring up my backup account, and then I will move on to our very first guest. Oh, where'd you go? If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request button. I'm not referring to Biden. Everybody knows but you what we're talking about. So if you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request and come up. I'm looking to have conversations with people that voted for Donald Trump. So if you voted for Donald Trump, come up. The comment section is for Harris supporters. The request box is for Trump supporters. If you're invited up and you don't come up, you will be muted from the guest request box because you're not supposed to be up there. You're supposed to be in the box talking to me. Make sure you guys are all following my 2.0 account below. Okay, I guess they didn't want to come up. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request and come on up. I am looking for Trump supporters and Trump supporters only to have a chat. Now it looks like we got most of our people back. For those that, Jay, thank you for the $2 Cash App. Keep cooking, Diava. Thank you. Pamela, thank you for the $2 for the $2 challenge. Appreciate you. Gen X Leftist, thank you for the $10 for me and 4 other people because we love you tremendously. Thank you so much, Gen X Leftist. I appreciate you so much. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request button and come on up. Don't be a keyboard abuser. Just come up here and have a conversation. If you voted for Donald Trump, you should be in the guest request box. You should not be in the comment section. That is for Kamala supporters because they're not allowed to get up in the guest request box right now. Yeah, you're a Trump supporter. You have your invites turned off. You have to hit the request to join button over here. So hit the request to join and I'll bring you up. But you have your invites off. I know you believe everything he says, Penny. Most of you do. Without any evidence of anything. Evidence of nothing. I invited you, Penny. I've invited Penny, so if she doesn't accept my request to come up and talk to me, Mod, you can mute Penny in the comment section. Comment section is only for Kamala supporters. You have to request up if you want to talk. If you want to have a voice in here, you need to be in the guest request box. I am looking to talk to Trump voters and Trump voters only. Should I make it a cartoon? Maybe like the cartoon. My group chat says we strike at midnight. Committing all kinds of crimes. Right, Bill Clinton got impeached for more than that. My group chat. If you voted for Donald Trump, hit the guest request. Let's go. I'm waiting. I invited Jamie up, so if Jamie doesn't come up in the next couple seconds or requests to come up, you guys can mute her, him or her. Of course they're blaming the reporter. They'll blame anybody but themselves. Here, Tommy, remind everybody how old you are and what state you voted in.
37, New Jersey.
What did you want to say?
Well, yesterday we were talking about the inflation situation, and I looked up the U.S. inflation calculator, 2000 to 2025, the inflation graph. Under Donald Trump, the average inflation didn't go above 2.3%. Under Biden, his first year reached 7%.
Why?
Went down to 6.5.
But why? Why? Why did it go? Why did it go? Excuse me. Excuse me. Excuse me. I asked you, why did it go up to 7%? Because it matters why, not that it just happened under his administration. Why?
I was going to answer your question because of the money that we printed.
No, incorrect. Donald Trump spent more money. He spent twice as much money in his administration than Joe Biden did. So if it was printing money, it would have been under his administration. What happened is we came out of a pandemic and worldwide distribution, transportation issues were completely disruptive. We couldn't get the goods in. We couldn't get goods out. The supply chain was completely busted across the entire world. And the entire world went under global inflation at the exact same time. Joe Biden did not cause inflation in the UK or in Ireland or in Egypt. It was all over the world because of the interruption of our supply chain. It wasn't because of any policy that Joe Biden implemented. That's the difference.
So then what? So I don't want to hear anything about, the Fed yesterday kept the interest rates high because of inflation. Then on that case, in the inflation that's going on now, it's not Trump's fault. It's Biden's fault.
No, the reason why it's uniquely Trump's fault this time is because of his threats of tariffs. He's causing an unstable market because of the threats of tariffs. He's going to tariff them. Okay, no, wait a minute. I'll wait 30 days. Okay, they're going to be back on in 30. Okay, we'll go ahead and hold off for 30 days. He's doing this back and forth. It is specifically because of his tariff threats that the market has been unstable. Why do you think we have one of the largest stock market crashes probably since 2008? was because of his tariffs. He's causing instability in our market by his tariffs.
We have a source that it's the biggest stock market crash since 2008, because I think that there was some stock market issues during the pandemic as well.
No.
But no, you don't. Okay.
No. No, I mean, I'm going to find a source, but I'm saying the stock market didn't crash during the C-19. No.
But with all these threats and tariffs, we're getting more and more Hyundai. A lot of auto manufacturers have announced investments in the United States. That's what the whole point of this is about. We have the largest trade deficit in the world.
No, just stop.
That's a fact.
No, we don't. No, we don't. That is a talking point because we import more than we export or whatever, but that's because we don't have it all here. We don't make all the microchips. We don't make all that stuff here, which the Chips and Sciences Act that Joe Biden put in is bringing manufacturing back to the United States without having to levy tariffs. Okay, Joe Biden had more job creation than Donald Trump did his first administration by almost 3 times. Why? Because he instituted policy through Congress. He made laws. He brought manufacturing back with his Chips and Sciences Act and with the infrastructure bill, making hundreds of thousands of jobs in the construction, plumbing, all of those things for infrastructure without putting on tariffs. He did it with good policy. Donald Trump has the House, the Senate, and the White House. He could literally get anything passed he wanted. There's not been a single piece of legislation put through Congress except to put his face on a $100 bill, to put his face on a $250 bill, and to put him on the side of Mount Rushmore. That's what the Republicans in Congress have put through.
We have the largest trade deficit in the world, according to Forbes. It routinely tops $1 trillion, particularly because we have large trade deficits with China, Mexico.
Because they don't get shit from us. Because they don't get it from us. We get it from them. China doesn't have it. They have everything that we have.
What?
They don't buy as much stuff from us as we buy from them.
It doesn't matter.
It's not a deficit. Oh my God. How? Are you so ignorant of how things work?
I know you were late for your job today, so I know you're a little, having a little trouble here.
I don't need the personal shit because once you start losing, you start with all the personal stuff. Now you're gonna go and slur me, or you're being an emotional woman. You were late today, so you must be something's wrong with you. Give me a break, man. I'm so sick of you guys.
I'm not saying
You guys are so pathetic. I was like 4 minutes late because I have fucking children and I have things to do. My God, you guys are so pathetic. When you don't have anything else to say, you go to something personal. I knew you were late today. I'm not clocking in on a fucking punch clock. I have children and their things come first. And if I'm supposed to be out here and something comes up and they need something, I get it for them first. And then I come on because you guys are all grown-ass adults and know that I have kids. So if I'm 2 minutes late or I'm 4 minutes late, oh my God. You probably don't know what it's like to take care of kids 24/7, do you?
$1 trillion in 2023, growing from 541.6 billion. So you can add all the trade deficits in the world, combine them.
He still doesn't get it. It's okay. It's okay. I know you're a fan, but
Hey, Tommy, how does a trade deficit negatively impact the economy?
Because we have to import every single damn fucking thing. If something goes wrong in another country, that's why during the pandemic, like you said,
no.
the supply chain. Why? Because we rely on so many other
Okay,
countries.
Tommy, question. Why do we get stuff from other places, from China, Mexico, other places?
Because they have slave labor, pretty much.
No. It's because we don't have the manufacturing here. We cannot possibly do all the manufacturing. Okay, you are going to shut the fuck up and you are not going to speak over me. That much I'll tell you right now. You will not.
For
No, you will not speak over me. I don't allow men, and it will not be starting with you. We don't have the manufacturing plants already set up in order to take over all of that manufacturing. We don't have the space, and they're not even being built. It would take years to build a giant manufacturing plant to start manufacturing X here, okay, that we get from somewhere else. Okay, we don't have the manufacturing capabilities. We don't have the people power. We don't have the manpower. And if you think you're going to fucking talk over me again, you got another thing coming, because you're not. I was in the middle of a sentence. We don't have the people here to do it. Florida doesn't have enough workers for the farms. The workers are now going to the legislature, not the workers, the employers are now going to the legislature in Florida because we fucking chased out all the immigrants that were working on the farms, that they're lowering the child labor age to 14 so that the kids can go pick the vegetables and do the jobs that the immigrants were doing. Children. We don't have enough adults in this country to fill all those manufacturing jobs. We don't have the people, and without immigrants, we don't have the people. We don't have the people. We don't have the manufacturing space. You're talking about slave labor in all these other countries. Now you're wanting to make our own U.S. children work.
That is not slave labor, Diava. $14 an hour is not slave.
I didn't say $14 an hour, you Nimrod. I said the age of 14. Lowering the age. Shut the fuck. What is wrong with MAGA men? They will not shut up. I didn't say $14 an hour. I said they're lowering the age to work down to 14 years old. They can even work on overnights on school days. There won't be any restrictions of 20 hours a week when they're in school. They'll be able to work 40 hours a week.
So instead of having teenagers doing our work, we should have illegal immigrants. Stop muting me.
I'm not. My mods are. You saw me. I was looked away. I wasn't even facing the screen in order to block you.
Okay, all right. You know, maybe you should apply for one of these jobs.
No, I don't want. I'm not working out in the 100-degree heat in the Florida sun. Fuck that shit. I ain't doing it.
No, yeah, you're right. I would too. I would much rather stay home and start doing these lives at 3, 2 o'clock in the afternoon.
Yes, actually, it's 4 o'clock my time. Are you just jealous? Are you jealous?
Not really. Trust
You
me.
sure have a problem with them, with people donating to me.
I have no problem. You can do whatever the hell they
You're
want.
like, oh, you just want to sit on TikTok. You're jealous. You're jealous that you have to work. You have to work all day to make make the same amount of money that I make on here. And you're here every day too, dude. You're here every single day in my live. Every day. Every single day. You come to my live every single day. You're a fan.
Because it's funny. I mean, it's so fun getting a reaction out of all these people. It's amazing.
Well, then you're just a psychopath. That's not on me.
Prove my point, Diava. That's the whole point why we're bringing these tariffs so that we.
So you can make people like me work. Are you serious? Are you for real?
Yes.
You're doing tariffs so that people like me have to get a job?
150%. I want to see you go out there and work for some company, American made.
I have 2 special needs kids that I cannot work outside of the home. Thank you very much. But you guys don't ever care about our personal lives because all you think is that everyone's the same and we all should just be doing the same thing. And you don't have any regard that we have children that might have special needs. So yeah, you don't care. You just want to be a disgusting human being.
I have a special guest with me right now. He's just walking in.
No, thank you.
Diava,
If-
I came here and I started these.
If you want to help support my non-live, my non-job live, my Cash App and Venmo is right here on my yellow banner. Diavatalks, Cash App, Venmo.
No, I don't do that.
Everybody, if y'all sent me $2, let's shut him up. Let's shut Tommy up that this isn't a real job. That I don't come on here and educate and entertain you guys every single day. I do my homework, I research, I study, I read so that I have all of my facts straight. I don't just spend 3 hours on the live. I spend many other hours of the day researching, watching stories come out, researching the stories, knowing what policies have dropped, knowing what EOs have dropped, so that I can talk intelligently on these lives. Okay? It's not just I'm playing on TikTok. Just because you're a hater and nobody pays you for your thoughts, you are up here crying that you want me to go work in a field because you don't want me to be here on TikTok.
Thanks for the $20, Oliver.
Sure.
It's 20 coins, dude. It doesn't equate to $20. I'm so bad at math.
Amanda, thank you for the $10 Venmo. Amanda, thank you for the $10 Venmo. Fuck Tommy, I support you. Lefty and KC, thank you for the $2. Run Tommy's dumbass. Thank you. All for my non-job. Thanks.
Dude, you have to resort to slurs? What? Why didn't I call you anything? I just think you're bad at math. That's all. But hey, if you got $20 on your Venmo, good for you, buddy. I mean, I guess you need the welfare, right?
No, thank you, Gen X, though. I know that you do.
I work a 40-plus hour a week job.
He sure does.
I'm up here. I don't really get paid to do this. I make some coin. Hey, Tommy, shut the fuck up.
He has no Venmo in his bio. Nobody sent him shit.
Yeah, and by the way,
unless that's his brother or his friend.
Diava gets a cut of that, so thank you.
Exactly. Thank you. Oh my God, Jeanine, thank you for the $5. Kick the weirdo. Lori, thank you for the $5. Once again, I hate Tommy. Thanks for your intelligence. Robin, thank you for the $2. Sonia, thank you for the $2. Kick ass girl. Allie, thank you for the $5 for TikTok Employee of the Year. No names. Thank you for the $2. Mexicans aren't going anywhere. This is no names. Oh, thank you. Daryl, thank you for the $10. Your real job payment. Elise, thank you for the $2. Thanks for your knowledge and facts. You're awesome. Thank you so much. I bet I just made more in that 2 minutes than you've made all day, right?
I just want to say, everybody, thank you for the gifts. I appreciate it.
Sheila said don't procreate, but I procreated with a mother last night.
There's not a woman in this world that would let you touch them. I promise you that. And if you're married, I promise she needs help. Tell her if she needs help to blink twice. We'll go.
Gen X, I have 4 baby mamas, dude. You don't know where I'm.
Just like Trump. Oh, cute. Donna, thank you for the $25 Venmo. Dropping this MAGA Tommy Trader. We all love you, Diava. Keep up the great work you do. Thank you. Thank you. You have just as big. Oh, yeah, you have one more baby mama than Trump. That's why you voted for Trump. Oh, that's so responsible of you to have 4 baby mamas. Like you couldn't have a nuclear family with any of them. You just that good family.
He told me he had to try 4 times, and every time he had to knock them up to see if they'll stick around. And once they figured out who he was, they're like, nope.
I don't have 4 baby daddies, okay?
Don't lie, Diava.
No, I was with my ex-husband for 23 years, and he's the father of my 2 adult kids. And I've been with my current husband for 13 years, and he's the father of my 2 kids. My 2 youngest kids, actually 12 years. What, 12, 13? Shit. 13. That's it.
Are you paying your child support, Tommy? I'm curious.
No, I fought that in court, and
of course you don't, because he doesn't think those kids are his responsibility. Oh, Tommy's a grifter. Make those mamas work twice as hard. Make those mamas have to pay for every single thing. That is so disgusting. That is so gross.
It tracks.
Yeah, exactly.
Calling him. He's Christian too.
I bet he is Christian too. I bet he's pro-life and all of those things.
I'm Jewish.
Yeah. You don't like women. That's the problem. You think you do.
I love That's
No.
why I have 4 baby mamas.
No. That means you don't respect them if you just knock them up and leave them. No.
They all call me every night.
Yeah.
Hey, no. To check on their children to make sure they're not being harmed by you. But more than that, these women, you had to try 4 times, and none of them said yes. They were like, I can't believe I'm having this guy's kid. Like, hey, Tommy, stop trying. We know you love women, but women don't love you, dude.
You're absolutely right, Gen X. I'm just like Harry says, and I got a good roster.
Well, you guys are obsessed with Harry, which is so weird. Like, it's just weird.
Go back to the unemployment thing. So
No, thank you.
those Biden jobs, I mean.
Oh, I said no, thank you. I know you guys don't understand consent, but I said no, thank you. Manuel, thank you for the $20 Venmo. Great live. Keep destroying these maggots. Thank you so much.
Goodbye, Gen X. Oh, he's back. That's wonderful. I'm so glad he came back, Gen X.
God, Tommy, I can just hear the thickness of his skull. Like, I can hear it. I can see it. It's so bad.
Oh my God. Thank you, Loretta. U.S. Marine, did you vote for Trump?
Sorry?
Did you vote for Trump?
100%.
Huh?
100%.
Oh, okay. So how old are you and what state did you vote in?
Yeah. What happened to Tommy?
Huh?
The dude Tommy that was just up here. Pay attention.
I asked you how old you are and what state did you vote in?
I'm an old man. I'm a retired Marine.
Okay, so if you voted for Trump, you're just a traitor to your oath. Last Phoenix Falling, thank you for subscribing.
Yeah, man. Well, I have 4 combat tours.
And you also still are a traitor to your oath because you took an oath to the Constitution, not to a man.
I'm not on here, man, as a liberal begging for $5 on fucking TikTok.
And
I'm a decorated combat Marine veteran.
and you still violated your oath of office.
I didn't fucking violate anything.
If you voted for Donald Trump, you're a traitor to your oath because you
I love the man. God bless him.
and you betrayed your oath.
Out of here.
And you betrayed your oath.
Get him out and stop. You know what? You use an excuse. I can't work. I have special. No, you can.
I didn't say that. I said I can't. I didn't say that. Shut the fuck up. I didn't say I couldn't work. I said I couldn't work for outside the home. I have to work from home. I homeschool my kids. They're special needs kids. And I'm in the hell state of Florida. That doesn't teach real education anyway. I said I can't work outside the home. I've worked from home for years. And why are you guys so butthurt that we get money from our followers and our supporters? This is my job. Right now, this is my job. When I lost my job, did I go on public benefits? Did I get anything? Did I go and try to get help? No. When I lost my job last year in May, I got on TikTok and started doing TikTok live so that I could help try to make a difference before the election. And it ended up gathering me a whole bunch of lovely people who love to support me, and they come and support me every single day so that I can be here to do this. I left everything out on the table before the election to try to save this democracy. I left it all on the fucking table. And then after the election, I'm like, all right, now I'm going to pivot and now I'm going to hold your feet to the fire for what you voted for. And because people are so generous and want to donate to me for my time, my education, my research that I do, they reward me by giving me a few dollars every day that's able to sustain me and my kids. That is a job. I provide a service. They pay me. Oh, I thought so. Jealousy doesn't look good on anybody.
I I thought we were debating with the Temu version of Peter Griffin right there. That was a little weird.
Exactly, leftist bet. They just want all women to stay in the kitchen. Or have secretary jobs or whatever jobs they think we should have. Tom, did you vote for Trump?
Yep.
How old are you and what state did you vote in?
49 Nevada.
Okay. Did you want to add anything to the conversation or what did you want to talk about?
Yeah, I think you're pretty disgusting calling that man a traitor.
He is. When you take an oath as a military person, you take an oath to defend the Constitution against all enemies, foreign and domestic.
You're a fuck. Go fuck yourself.
Aww.
Fucking.
Whatever you're offering, I don't want. I'm not interested in you. Thank you. At least buy me dinner first.
Instant crash out.
And best believe, do not ever just come up here and call me a cunt. I am a thunder cunt. So put the respect behind my name that I have earned. Thank you. Thank you. Put some goddamn respect behind my name. Oh my God, Loretta. Thank you for the $100 cash app. Oh my God, I will never stop supporting you. Keep being you. Thank you so much, Loretta. Thank you so much. Thank you. I just love you. And your support of me has just meant the world to me. Thank you so much. W's in the chat for Loretta. Thank you so much, Queen. I love you.
That is so sweet. That's awesome. I love that.
Oh, thank you. Oh, I wish the other ones were here to see that. Tommy, are you still here? Did you see that? Tommy, did you make $100 today, Tommy? Don't be jealous. Told you it's not cute.
He saved $100 by not paying his child support.
Oh, that's true.
That's for Tommy.
Huh? Oh God, this is Oliver. Oh, this is the Oliver that sent the money to Tommy. Remember he said thank you for the $20, Oliver, and this guy's name is Oliver. So this is his friend or him.
What's up, Ollie?
This is the Oliver that sent him 20 coins.
That's Squidward. That's the best you got. Okay.
As soon as he went up and said Tommy, I'm like, Oliver. Oh my God, that's the Oliver that he sent him $20 in Venmo. Well, you just got a Galaxy from Loretta. Gen X?
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Loretta, thank you. I appreciate it. That is so kind. Thank you.
Oh my God. Oliver and Company.
I think that might be my first ever Galaxy. I think.
Oh my God. Tommy said.
No, I've received Galaxies on my live before, but anyways.
Tommy sent his friend Oliver to come in to avenge him.
Galaxy, Shannon.
Huh? How old are you? Like 12?
27.
Oh.
Okay.
I voted for Trump 3 times. We'll vote for him a 4th.
This guy's on the goofballs.
He's weird. But we know they are anyway. They're always weird. They're all weird.
I mean, is Tommy over there, like, tickling him while he's trying to talk?
I
Like, what is
think so.
happening right now?
Somebody in the chat just said long-term puberty.
Tommy and Oliver having a tickle fight.
Is that what? Long-term Oh,
Oh, shit.
Loretta, I just want to let you know. Loretta, I want to let you know that you have W's in the chat over on Twitch and YouTube for your $100 contribution. So thank you, Loretta, again. But you're even getting love over on Twitch and YouTube for your $100 donation too, for me to Diavatalks. Oh my God, Oliver, where did you meet Tommy? Was it on an app?
I don't know Tommy.
Oh.
We go to the same church, but besides that, I don't know.
Then you know him if you go to the same church.
That doesn't mean I know him.
Ew.
Is Tommy gonna stop
Ew.
tickling you? Like you can't stop
Ew.
tickling. This is
He's like
ridiculous.
snorting in the. Ugh. Keep the bodily sounds to yourself, dude. That's really gross. Oh, he goes to church. Oh.
So why do y'all think that just because we have a different opinion that you're a traitor to your oath?
If he served in the military, and he when you raise your hand and swear your oath, it's to the Constitution against
serve
all
in the
enemies.
military,
Excuse me, I'm in the middle of a sentence, and I'm certainly not going to let a fetus talk over me. So I don't let men. I'm not letting you. They pledge an oath to the Constitution against all enemies, foreign and domestic. Donald Trump is violating the Constitution day after day after day. He did it in his first term when he violated the Second Amendment. This is not the first time. So he is directly assaulting the Constitution. So if you are riding with this dog still, you're a violator to your oath.
That's incorrect.
Okay, Oliver. Do you condone the president violating the 1st, 4th, 14th, and those are just 3 off the top of my head, amendments right now?
Can you provide me a source that he violated the Constitution?
Yes.
So I'm going to give you some examples. The First Amendment, he has shut out the AP News out of the newsroom at the White House because they would not come. Hold on, Oliver.
No, it's
Oliver,
not.
I didn't know your sentence started in the middle of mine. Oliver, I didn't know that your sentence started in the middle of mine, buddy. You wanted examples. I'm giving them to you, Oliver. So he shut out AP News because they wouldn't call the Gulf of America or the Gulf of Mexico the Gulf of America. Second, we have Mahmoud Khalil, who was a green card holder, permanent resident of the United States, who exercised his First Amendment right to protest for Palestine.
Peacefully.
And they arrested, detained him, and did all this without due process and did not charge him with a crime. You cannot do that in the United States, and all immigrants and green card holders have the exact same rights and constitutional rights as Americans. And then when it comes to the Fourth Amendment, he's violating people's rights to due process, as well as the Fifth Amendment. Should include that one as well. And then when it comes to the 14th Amendment, he signed an EO that goes directly against our Constitution, saying we will no longer accept birthright citizenship as a form of citizenship, which the federal court said, nope, we're not doing that. We're going to stop that.
Session or what?
Are you listening to anything that I'm telling you? Because you asked for examples and I'm giving them to you.
I asked for a source.
His executive orders. His executive orders are trying to go against birthright citizenship. His executive orders.
A source?
WhiteHouse.gov.
Hey, Oliver.
Under the
We're not
EOs.
gonna do anymore. We're not here to educate you anymore because we're very educated on these subjects because we watch these atrocities happen every single day. So if you didn't do your research, it's no longer our job to do it for you.
I really just want to talk about Ukraine, honestly.
Don't care. You're probably wrong on that too.
Oliver, have you read a single EO that Donald Trump has signed since he's been in office? A single one?
Yes, sir.
Which one?
Unleashing American energy, that was a plus. And actually, that helps the middle class. You said, what has he done to help the middle class? That will
How?
directly affect the middle class.
How?
Bringing energy back home. You know how many...
We drilled more oil under Joe Biden than we ever have in human history, in American history, I mean.
Can I have a source?
Yeah, EIA.gov.
Okay, look it up. You got a computer.
No, you just told me to give you the source. I gave you the source. You look it up, buddy. EIA.gov gives for every single month and every single year the amount of barrels drilled per day. It's literally from EIA.gov.
Just give me 2
And
seconds.
you know how much oil we import from Russia?
Just give me 2 seconds.
I'm not talking about that.
Guess what? We're funding the
I'm not
war.
talking about that. Not talking about that. I'm talking about oil, you said. Talking about oil. We're on EIA.gov. Go look it up. You have Google's in your hand. I don't care if he's recording me.
And actually, in 2017, we drilled the most oil in U.S. history.
Until Joe Biden. Until Joe Biden.
No.
Until Joe Biden.
You're wrong.
Then what's your source?
EIA.gov.
You're a liar. Just shut up.
I'm not a liar.
Yeah.
All right, what's the claim? Sorry, I'm
I said that we drilled more oil under Joe Biden in U.S. than most that we ever have in U.S. history, and he said Donald Trump did in 2017.
what was the number?
And I told him it was EIA. Just look at EIA.gov, which tells the barrels.
Bullshit.
Yeah, no, I mean, like, he's wrong, but, like, what's the number, according to him?
He didn't say a number. He just said it was higher under Trump. And I told him EIA.gov shows that we drilled more oil in U.S. history under the Biden
EIA,
administration.
this graph right here. 2017 was the highest.
Okay.
Until when?
What's the graph you're looking at?
EIA.gov.
EIA.gov.
That's a
Correct. That's a website. What's the name of the chart you're looking at? Tommy's in the background telling him what to say.
Today in energy. More today in energy. That's the name of it. I don't know what else y'all want from me, but y'all are wrong.
So,
I want to get you. I want to.
I'm sorry. No.
Hold on. Big screen.
So, I apologize for the fact that this is going to stretch back to 1950 or 1920, okay? So, that's just, this graph is kind of shit, but I'm trying to, like, cut it down before, and it just doesn't play nice. So, whatever. So, these are in thousands of barrels a day. So, this is 12.9 million, okay? Just so we're all on the same page. So, we see a peak here at, looks like November 2019, and I'll review the hard numbers in a second, just to be 100% clear. So, the peak is in 2019 for Donald Trump, and that's 12.994, okay? If you look, all of that is significantly below this peak. Is that fair? Yes or no?
Oliver, answer. You can see that that's before the
Yes.
peak. Okay.
I can see, yes.
Okay, and keep going. Go ahead, Nemo.
Okay, excellent. So we agree that everything before November 2019 is less than November 2019. Yes. Unmute and say yes.
Yes, sir.
There we go. All right. So then massive drop off. That's whenever the bottom falls out of the economy due to C-19, and then we start seeing a steady climb back up. So remember, peak is, let's just call it 13 even. So 13 even for Donald Trump. So we start climbing back up. So it is at, let's see, right about August of 2023. Okay, so from there, say for what looks like one dip in September, December, I don't know where that is. We start seeing more. So basically from August of 2023 onward.
Okay, quick question.
Up.
Most oil
Up.
Biden.
Up. Keep going up. What's the highest peak for Biden?
Okay,
Can you tell us? No, Nima, we can't see how many thousands of barrels per day. It's cut off on the screen.
Travis, I can't answer your question.
13,004.
So, okay, all right. So
12.994.
The most oil from Russia if we
Okay, I need you to be quiet, please.
Dude, Oliver, I am debunking your claim. We can talk about importing after.
12,994.
This is oil production inside the United States, all right?
Correct. Why do we import the most from
Hold
Russia?
on, Oliver.
Be quiet.
We're going to round this off to 13K, all right? I'm giving Donald Trump extra here, 13K, all right? That's his peak. Then roughly at, looks like August of 2023. At that point, boom. Biden beats him. Onward. Now, if you want me to look at the raw numbers, I'm happy to do that for you.
I'm just confused on why we had the highest gas prices and we imported the most oil from Russia, if that's actually the case.
When did we import the most oil from Russia?
Under the Biden administration.
What's your source?
Basically funded the war.
No.
What is your source?
2020.
2020 is not the Biden administration.
2022, if you'd let me finish.
Okay. All right. Well, you kind of paused for more than a second there. All right. Anyway,
2022, we
2022.
imported the most crude oil and petroleum products from Russia. Why? If we could do it back home, guess what? We're not funding Russia. But y'all are so against Russia, and that just goes into the Ukraine thing.
Because Russia is an invading force on Ukraine.
Y'all are saying Ukraine.
I really don't.
Russia. Y'all say Russia invaded Ukraine unprovoked, and that's false.
Yes, it
Oh,
is.
yeah? Do you want to play that game? I promise you I know more about that than you.
We all do.
They did not be unprovoked.
Oh, okay. Cool. So,
Let's stay on oil, and then we can get to provoke.
So what about Zelensky turning down the two?
so is like your boyfriend the one that's actually doing the talking points, or is it you?
I don't know what you're talking about.
I can hear a voice in the background, dude. You're really not.
That's my wife.
That is not. You're a liar. He's not. I don't think he's old enough. I don't think he's 18. He has an adult behind him telling him what to say. Probably Tommy is his dad. Probably Tommy.
It's not Tommy. I don't know Tommy.
Yeah.
Dommy?
I don't know Dommy. He called a man his wife. We can hear the voice, dude. Stop gaslighting us.
What voice do you hear? Are you okay?
We all can hear it.
Are you delusional?
Okay, you can't gaslight almost 800 people. You can move on. You can move on. I'm not going to be gaslit. I'm not going to be gaslit. I don't know Tommy. We just go to the same church. Then you know him. Duh. Lima Bean, did you vote for Trump?
Yes, I did.
How old are you and what state did you vote in?
I'm 53 and I'm from Oklahoma.
Okay. What did you want to add to the conversation?
Oh, about the increase in crude during Biden's administration.
Okay.
That is in fact true. However, there were fewer leases, and the reason for the increase in crude was because of technology advancements.
Okay.
So what?
So basically,
We still drilled more oil than we ever have in American history. That still stands.
but you did so many fewer leases.
It doesn't matter.
Leases, dude. Do you know how many
It's the amount of oil.
are not currently tapped by oil companies?
No.
They have thousands of acres of leases that are not currently tapped.
Correct.
Why is that?
Because it costs money to tap them, right? Because it's a drilling off. Okay, so that's infrastructure costs, operational costs to go out there and set up an exploratory rig to figure out if there is even oil in the ground in the area where they leased, as opposed to let's just use the wells that we got.
Exactly. We still produce more than we ever have in American history. So what? There's no reason why we should have to use all the other leases if we're producing record numbers. We also can't refine it. We also can't refine it here because we don't have the refineries here, and our largest refinery in Texas was sold to Saudi Arabia during Trump's administration.
And Nemo, I have a good question for you. I know the answer, but what would happen if we went ahead and tapped all those leases and flooded the market with more oil? What would happen to the oil industry?
It would collapse. Yeah. That's kind of what we saw in 2020.
Correct.
Because the oil market was flooded with oil.
And nobody was driving.
Yeah. Then refineries, they had an excess amount, right? But then all of a sudden the market dried up because we restricted oil supply. And then refineries didn't have any oil to refine, or not as much oil to refine. And so refineries closed. So it's like this, it's a balancing act, right? And Trump messed it up.
And what happens when those oil companies start, they don't have the ability, or it costs them too much and they start losing money? What happens to the workers?
Oh, they get fired. Labor is one of the first things to go.
Absolutely.
I mean, that's what happened in 2018. In 2018, when he flooded, you know what I'm saying? He worked the first deal with Saudi Arabia, and they flooded the market with oil, put 40 oil companies out of business. They put several drilling rigs out of, you know what I'm saying? We lost rigs. So that was, that's what happens. And like Nemo said, he's right. It's a fine balance. And it's not just a balance in how much we drill. It's a balance in how much we refine, how much it is, how much the cost is at the pump. Because, so if oil, perfect scenario, oil around $70 a barrel. Refining capacity at around 70 to 80%. And then the capability of the price at the pump to be somewhere around 260 to 280. Okay, that's the balance that the oil companies are looking for, because that makes it profitable for them to drill in the U.S. And if any of those factors change, by 15, 20 cents in the gas price, by $20, $30 in the price per barrel, then we get in trouble. And U.S. oil loses.
And the president can't tell private companies how much to drill and how much not to drill either.
I was going to say that exact point, which is, so the one advantage that Saudi Arabia, Russia, Iran, basically all the countries that don't like us, but they have a ton of oil, they just so happen to be in OPEC and OPEC plus, those countries, what they have that we don't is unilateral control of their oil companies, for the most part.
Correct.
Not all of them, but a good chunk. Saudi Arabia, Russia, those are the two big ones, right? If the government tells them to, they will.
Yeah, they'll float on.
Like the concept of a free market is not really a thing.
That is correct. Yeah, very true. Very true.
Lima, does that help?
Yeah, it does. I still can't figure out where Oliver was getting that we buy all this oil from Russia.
Well, he didn't know what he was talking about.
I genuinely don't know where he was getting that. I know that we bought a ton of oil from Russia in basically the second half of Trump's term. I don't have the numbers on it. I know that we spent a lot of money on Russian oil. But, yeah, I don't know. Like the 2022 number, that doesn't make sense at all.
No.
Not at all.
No,
I know. I know. In the comment section, Lima, you said you were going to be able to come up here and debunk Nemo. So that's why I was curious.
That was my evil twin, Bentoby.
Mm-hmm.
No, I mean, here's the thing. We had sanctions on Russian oil, not just for us, but we were sanctioning Germany and people like that were continuing to purchase Russian oil. So these are the things, you know what I'm saying? These are the things that the Biden administration did. The Obama administration did similar things with Russia when they would get out of hand. But in both, in this current iteration and in this first iteration, he actually did take sanctions off Russian oil that allowed them to ship.
Should we buy any oil under Biden from Iran?
I'm not. up areas. I don't think he had any under Iran. But Biden tried to open up areas with Argentina. I think it was Argentina. You know what I'm saying? Venezuela. Yeah, Argentina and Venezuela to get oil. You know what I'm saying? To get oils from those. You know, to try to make up the differences of what we weren't getting from OPEC because of the $10 million barrel a day less that OPEC was producing from the U.S. that Trump did for 2 years.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I'm looking at EIA for Russian crude. It looks like the peak is June of 2021. And then it falls off from there.
Right, that's after Biden started putting his sanctions on.
Because that's whenever they started amassing at the border.
So, Lima, since you couldn't debunk Nemo on that one, we just gave you free education. Why else did you vote for Trump?
Whether or not the border is just a fallacy created by the media or not.
It is. It is every 4 years since I've been born, Lima. I'm 52. I'll be 53 in May. Every single election cycle since I've been born, there's always a fucking crisis at the border every 4 years. And Republicans start drumming the beat about a year before. Oh my gosh, we have an invasion. We have people coming across the border. Across the border. And they make the hysteria every 4 years for an election time. And it just got ramped up mostly in the last one. It's because they no longer had abortion to run on. The Republicans have used pro-life movement to get people to vote for them for decades. They played the long game. They finally got Roe v. Wade overturned. So he had nothing left to campaign on. He wasn't campaigning on anything he was going to, well, he did. He said he was going to lower groceries, not. No tax on tips, no tax on overtime, no tax on Social Security. None of those are happening either because he already hit the debt ceiling in the first 2 months. So everything he campaigned on, he can't do. So the only thing that he could run on, which is why he stopped the bipartisan border bill from passing, was the border, the hysteria, the invasion at the border, the caravans. I remember being at my sister and brother-in-law's at Thanksgiving one year when the twins were turning 5. That would have been 6 years ago. And they're all MAGA. All my in-laws, everybody's MAGA. So they were watching the news, and of course they're watching Fox News. And they were like, look, guys, there's an invasion. And my estranged husband's family talked the entire rest of the day about how we were being invaded at the southern border. Like, it's been a drumbeat every single time that there's an election coming around. Do you notice that they're not eating the dogs, they're not eating the cats anymore? People aren't having post-birth abortions. All of those things he screamed about that were happening before the election, all of a sudden have just disappeared, right? Everything is gone. All of the hysteria that he was running on, generating all this fear, generating all this, oh my God, they're coming for your jobs, they're coming for your kids, they're rapists, they're unalivers, they're coming from insane asylums, and blah, 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 blah. All of that was just to get the vote. Because now that he's been president, do you hear any of those things anymore? No. Not about any of it. They're not talking about eating duck cats and dogs in Ohio. They're not talking about post-birth abortions. They're not talking about like all of this stuff that supposedly Democrats are doing. It was so bad before the election that he was just hammering constantly. Have just disappeared.
Lima, are you aware that not we, because I'm not doing it, but our government and Donald Trump, Tom Homan, they are committing crimes against humanity right now?
Yes.
Deportations.
Yes. Sending them off to concentration camps. Yes. Do you also know really quick, and Val, I'll let you go. Do you know that right before they started all this mass deportation, or like right when they started doing it and getting all the planes lined up and getting all the people lined up and all of this stuff, they pulled the United States out of the United Nations Human Rights Council? They did, because they knew they were about to commit some human atrocities, some human rights violations.
Yeah, right now, Lima, I'm going to tell you about a little place in Miami called the Chrome Detention Center, which we just found out about a week ago. And that detention center holds a limit of 600 prisoners. And right now, they have 4,000 immigrants intermingled with prisoners, and they're holding them there. And 3 immigrants have unalived during this time, and we have no idea of when they started this place, started filling it with immigrants, and we have no idea what other secret concentration camps there are within this country. Lima, are you regretting your vote yet?
I just was not a fan of Harris.
Why? Why? Is it because you're a misogynist and you don't think women can lead, or is it because you're a racist and you don't like black people? Because I'm just going to tell you, and the reason I'm asking you that way is because there's no other reason. She was the most qualified candidate we've ever put up for president in my lifetime, before any other man. There's been no other man who was a district attorney, an attorney general, a senator, a vice president, whose natural next step would be the presidency. She had more experience in all 3 branches of government than any other presidential candidate we've ever run. If that would have been a white man, she would have won. Absolutely, completely and totally, 100%, hands down. She was more qualified than any other man we've ever put up for that office. So what was the real reason you didn't want to vote for her? Is it because you didn't want women, or you don't want, or because she's black?
Well, it has nothing to do with gender. I can promise you that.
What about race?
So I've heard the word come out of your mouth. Can you say it again? Yeah, no, hold on.
Every one of you have, I know.
Yeah, can you say what you said again? I mean, because I'm pretty sure the words that came out of your mouth were. Yeah. You said she was liberal, right?
I'm sorry.
You used the word liberal. She was too liberal, right?
No, I didn't say liberal at all.
Okay, you said it was definitely not gender. So then we know it was race. Thank you for confirming. When I said it's either gender or race, you said, well, it's not gender.
Yeah, it's not race.
You didn't say that. You didn't say that.
Yeah, I did. Oh my God.
You most certainly did not.
So then, what is it?
Why I didn't vote for Harris?
Yeah.
I just didn't think she was qualified.
How? Well, we just showed you the qualifications. Where do you get the thing from? Do you even know what she did when she was vice president? Do you even know what she did when she was senator? Do you know the things she put in place when she was an attorney general?
I bet he don't.
Yeah, I don't know a lot of.
Because you didn't want to know.
Is that it?
It has to be, sir, because you'd have known that she put together policies in California when she was there that actually helped people. Actually helped young offenders to get them out of the
system. Yeah.
Out of the system. Her policies were legendary. You would also know while she was attorney general of California, she was the spearhead of going after the banks that caused the 2008 crash. She was the lead of all the attorney generals across the country. She's the one that got us money back from that crisis. She was the only one that did.
Got bigger settlements for homeowners too.
Right.
He left. He left.
Yeah.
It was the racism then.
Lima, I really hope that you're still here, at least listening, because if you are, I heard a little wavering in your voice, and you don't have to take our word for it. Go fact check every single fucking thing we just told you, because if those are things that you can't stand by but you didn't know were happening, maybe rethink your vote and re-understand your position on why you voted for that man.
And now I'm just going to continue down that list since he's gone. This person doesn't look like they're connected. She was also the person that got money from Mexico
to pay for the wall. Yeah. Chris, did you vote for Trump? Chris? I'm going to guess that was a tapping error. If you voted for Trump, hit the guest request. Jason, hi. Did you vote for Trump?
Yes, ma'am.
How old are you and what state did you vote in?
22, Texas.
Okay. Did you want to add to the conversation, or what did you want to do or talk about?
Sort of. Lima said something about the oil from Russia, and that's false. I can't remember who said we imported more from Russia, but that is true. Looking it up on a simple Google search. Under the Biden administration, we imported the most oil from Russia ever.
What's your source?
Statistica. Let's see.
Yeah, I mean, like,
CIA.gov.
yeah, that's what I said, that it peaked in 2021.
Y'all said that we did not import the most under the Biden administration.
No, he said that it was in 2022, which didn't make sense to me.
It was
Because, like, I asked him what year, and he said 2022.
well. Let's see. I think it's late 2021, actually, according to this.
Is your other name Oliver?
Ma'am?
Is your other name Oliver?
No, ma'am.
Okay.
From Texas.
You sound like the same guy.
I don't know. But yeah, so that's false what y'all were saying.
Is it, though?
It is. It is.
If he says 2022, and it's 2021.
Okay, he's false about the year, but he's still correct.
Okay, so then, I mean, like, the characterization that it's false is kind of like you're poisoning the well.
But your whole point was false. You got these
What was
wrong.
my point?
You said in this last guess, you said that you have no idea that it makes no sense that we import.
Just shut up a second. In June of 2021.
Oliver was in Texas too, by the way.
Yeah.
This is Oliver.
Biden put sanctions on Russian oil.
Not that they went to the same church.
What?
Oliver and Tommy Green, they said they went to the same church, I believe, and I believe Tommy was from.
What are you talking about?
If you just want to go for round two, just say so. Damn.
What are we talking about here?
Oh, you weren't in here. There was a guy named Oliver that was here earlier.
Yeah, Val, I'm sorry you're lost, buddy, but
And this is the same. His voice is cracking the same way Oliver's did.
Oh, okay. So same person. So anyway, in June of 2021, Biden put sanctions on Russian oil. He continued pushing those sanctions around the world and even forced Germany to back off of Russian oil. Okay, these are the things that Biden did to drop their production and put sanctions on them for the things that they were doing. That is what he did. Now, in June of 2021, sir, can you tell me what month and day did Biden take office?
in June, he took office in June.
No, I said what month and day did Biden take office in what year?
January of 2020.
No, sir.
Wrong.
He took office January 20th of 2021.
Okay,
So any oil production that was coming into this country would have been from deals that were done from the previous administration.
Correct.
okay, Val, when did you say he took office? January?
January 20th of 2021.
And so does May come after January?
Sir, you're not understanding. Any policies put in place for that production would have been done damn near a year earlier.
Correct. They don't just do oil deals like in a day. Like all of a sudden a new president comes in and all of their deals are suddenly created. These were done a year before, 6 months to a year before. So the prior administration is the one who made that deal, just like the OPEC Plus deal that Trump made in 2020 to cut oil production by 10 million barrels a day because of C-19, which was warranted. That was not a bad idea because there was no demand. But unfortunately, he signed it for 2 years. And we came out of the pandemic sooner than they thought, and everyone went back to work. So the demand is now high, and the supply is low because they've been producing at 10 million less barrels a day. That didn't end until the end of 2022, which is why you see gas prices finally fall in 2023 once that OPEC Plus deal was over.
I mean, to the month that it ended.
Right.
And it wouldn't have been a bad deal if Trump had signed the deal for maybe 6 months.
Or a year.
6 months to a year.
Yeah.
Maybe. And it wouldn't have been that bad. But it affected the oil and gas prices dramatically.
Until it ended in 2022. And then as soon as it ended, the very next month, gas prices dropped.
Whatever excuse you want to use.
It's not an excuse. It's just we're telling you what happened.
Realities. That's
It was the highest under the Biden. When Biden
Oliver, you got something better to argue about than oil?
Because you're really bad at it.
Yeah, you're going to lose that argument. Yeah, no, okay. Did you want to argue about Russia again?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Did you want to argue about Russia? No. Okay. What would you like to argue about?
Jason, can you rent a car?
I'm sorry?
Can you rent a car?
Can I?
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
How old did you say you were?
22.
No, you can't. You can't rent a car till you're 25.
Actually, in Texas, rental car places are rented at 18. Done it before.
Sir, that's an absolute lie.
That is not an absolute lie.
Oh, really?
What airport do you fly out of now?
DFW.
Yeah, I haven't flown out of DFW, but in Austin, they'll rent to you.
Oh, see, he changed it real quick to Austin. Because Val lives in Texas.
I said, ma'am, I've never flown out of DFW.
Hold on a minute. Part of my job, 5 years ago, was flying all over the country. So if you don't think that I don't understand how car rentals work, because I can't tell you.
I never said you don't understand, but all I said is they'll rent.
How many times I had to fly in to Austin Airport and sat on the tarmac while storms were going on in Dallas, Fort Worth, and I had to eventually, when they took us to the gate, get out in that little bitty ass airport, go down to the car rental place and rent a car. Sir, you need to be 25. You have to have a credit card, and you don't.
Unless you give him a hefty down payment.
No, they won't even. That's what it is.
But-
At 18, I've done it before. I was actually 19, but I was actually 19. But
Yeah, sir, you're lying both ways.
Mm-hmm.
no, sir.
Yes, you are.
No.
Yes, I know how rental companies work, sir. They've all
Clearly not too well.
quite well, sir.
Probably not. I don't even know how that got brought up. But
These red pill incels think they know
Yeah, I
everything.
know. They think they know something.
Did you want to talk about what happened with this Signal group chat, or do you not know anything about it?
I know. I think that it was a big fuck up.
Well, you're the only one saying it.
Hold on. I want to specify big fuck up because
Monumental?
history, it might be the biggest fuck up.
Yeah, probably not. I think they were just quite weird.
Oh, really? Can you tell me anything?
Oh, Jason, why did you do that?
Okay,
Why
hold
did you
on.
do that, Jason?
Hold on, here we go. She had emails, not top secret, not security clearance, anything like that. Can you tell me what's on my backdrop? F-18's launch first strike package, 1345 trigger-based F-18 first strike window. That's the screenshots of the Signal chat that was released by the Atlantic today. Strike drones on target. This is when the first bombs will drop, definitely drop pending earlier trigger-based targets. More to follow per timeline. Currently clean on OPSEC, which that's the funniest line as a reporter's reading it. Godspeed to our warriors. This isn't a war plan. Talking about which bombs are dropped, what time, which ammo is being
I
used.
never said it was not a war plan. I mean, anyone with common sense can see that's.
Oh, well, Pete Hegseth says it's not, and he didn't do anything wrong.
I mean, time will tell.
Yeah, time already told.
But
There is
also,
no fucking time to tell. Why don't you hold the people accountable for that you fucking voted for? You put all our entire country, national security is at risk. Our military that was flying this mission, shut the fuck up when I'm speaking. Our soldiers were put at risk because of this. And one guy, Steve Witkoff, who's like the Middle East envoy, what the fuck he was doing in Russia, don't know, but he's the Middle East envoy. He was in Russia, sitting in the Kremlin, waiting for his meeting with Putin when he was added to this chat. In Russia. So Russia definitely knows, because a month before this, the Pentagon put out a memo to all of its employees and personnel that Signal is compromised, that Russia has already hacked into the Signal chat, and that you shouldn't use Signal. And they happen to add the guy in while he's sitting in Russia.
I'm not really sure why they use that app. That doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me at all.
I know why. Do you want me to tell you why? It's an app that has disappearing messages, right? Like they don't keep, the messages don't stay.
Why they didn't do this confidential?
Excuse me. I'm explaining to you. So if you'd stop talking over me, I'll finish explaining it, okay? The reason is because these messages disappear after a certain amount of time, okay? They did it so, number one, it can't be archived. All of this stuff would be subject to a Freedom of Information Act, which is a FOIA request. And if they do this, which is illegal, because every single bit of like talk like this has to be documented, has to be part of our national archives, has to be seen. So nobody in government, other than the people that were on this chat, knew this was happening. That's a big fucking problem. They can't do that. That's against the laws. That is espionage. This is part of the Espionage Act of what they just did. They should all be arrested and fucking silver bracelets on their wrists before midnight. Every last one of them.
The only thing I can
You should be calling them and telling them to resign.
I don't think he needs to resign, but what I'm saying is,
why not?
This happened in early.
Why not?
I believe in second chances, and if you'd let me explain.
No, fuck off. That's absolutely ludicrous. This is our national security. This is not a fucking football game, dude.
Man, the attacks were successful and struck all targets. No.
Oh, and you heard, and that's exactly what they just said on the fucking news, you sheep. They just used those exact words. I just watched them go across the screen. You sheep.
Unlike
you fucking sheep.
Like the Afghan with
Get out of here. Yeah, the one that Trump planned. Shut the fuck up. Get out of here.
Biden carried out.
Shut up.
Oh dear. Oliver. It sounds dangerous. Like you were using dead soldiers.
That is disgusting. What about the 4 soldiers they just found unalive today on the Belarus line?
I don't know. I just think
4 American soldiers.
I just think Trump should follow his own policy. If anybody does anything like this, they should go to jail. Those are his words.
He just repeated what they just put across the screen. I fucking kid you not. So mission was a success. All targets were hit. No harm, no foul. Fuck that. Yeah. Parroting sheep. Parroting sheep. So disgusting. So disingenuous. So gross. They still won't hold him accountable. That is what is making me just nauseated. That they were like, look at it like, well, I think everyone deserves a second chance. Yeah, if this was Democrats, you guys they would all be out before midnight tonight. Every one of them. Magic, did you vote for Trump?
No, I did not.
Okay. What did you want to add?
I just wanted to comment that I think it's really interesting, and I'm wondering how long Marco Rubio is going to last in this circle.
Right.
Because he's the one that tries to constantly balance, like today when he's, I don't know, you probably heard it already, but
yeah,
he's actually the only one that used the word big mistake. Someone's made
a big
mistake. And like, I'm thinking like, when are they going to send him back to Miami? Because you know what? I don't think he can
survive this. That's my opinion anyway.
I mean, Rubio was actually, unfortunately, I mean, maybe in this administration it says all it needs to say, but he was literally the most qualified one that they actually did put in. Like, I mean, I'll give him that. And he's not, I think, as like Christian nationalist as some of the crazy, Christian nationalist wackadoos are. I think he's going to be in trouble because he's been in Congress for a long time, and he's been around, and he knows what's right and what's not. But he knew, but he took this position. He knew what he got himself into because he kissed the ring.
Yeah. Oh no, I agree. I totally agree, and I think that. I mean, like I'm not a politician, so I don't know, but I would imagine that if he does let go, I think his entire rest of his career, he better say goodbye to it because that's it. This is his last follow-up.
That's what Bernie Sanders when Bernie Sanders said, "Hey, just let them all be part of this administration because if they want to be this circus, see how it works out."
Yeah. Okay, I want to thank you for your live. Thank you very much. I got to leave.
You're welcome. Thank you.
So you're raising some interesting topics about this whole thing. Thank you very much.
You're so welcome. My pleasure. Thank you. And yeah, did you see in that text ring? I'll put it in my Discord server for everybody else, but it's all the text messages. I have the link that has all the text messages. And there's one point that says, we know how this is going to look. Stick to blaming Biden. And then 2 was, I can't remember the second one now, but the very first one was blaming Biden. On the chat, was to blame Biden. Because they knew it was going to look bad. Oh, my light went off. Sorry to my people on my YouTube channel. Let me bring up the next guest. Tommy, what are you coming back for? Coming back for some more?
Back.
Did you bring Oliver with you? Or Chasing Booty?
Who's that?
Yeah,
Who's
whatever.
that? He said that we went to the same church, but I'm Jewish, so I don't go to church. So that's bull crap. But
Sure.
anyways, listen, according the Houthis made their own statement, and they said that the U.S. did strike bunkers and fortifications.
And?
That was what the Houthis said.
So what?
So it was a successful attack. And
no one said anything about it being successful or unsuccessful.
Right.
But what they still did was illegal. No.
The leaks had no.
No. Not the point. Not the point.
Sir, I want to know what happened when both Obama and George W. Bush made these similar kind of strikes and unalived women and children.
Can you repeat that, Val, just a little bit louder? I think.
When both George W. Bush made strikes like this and Obama, and it unalived women and children, what were we actually talking about?
Yeah, no, that was horrible. What George W. Bush and Obama did with the drone strikes, killed a lot of civilians.
Yeah.
You can't use that word. Stop. You have to say unalived. I'm going to dump you and I'm going to boot you this time so you never see me go live again, ever.
I forgot we were in a very heavily censored app.
Well, you signed up for their terms of service.
Oh, my Lord, sir, stop.
You signed up for their terms of service. You don't have to use their app. You agreed to their terms of service. And stop smacking. Stop smacking.
Oh, my Lord. The 80% of this app is owned by Americans in the U.S. So stop it.
Stop smacking or I'm going to drop you.
The next thing, sir. So why is it just as awful that the very same thing happened in this?
I don't understand what you're asking me, Val. I don't understand.
And children were unalived in this attack.
Right. You're
Stop eating or I'm going. If you don't stop eating, I'm going to drop you. I have misophonia. I cannot stand to listen to somebody eat or smack their lips. I will literally drop you. I cannot handle it.
Oh, he's doing it on purpose.
It's fine. Good for you.
See, that's the thing. We keep talking about the signal chat, which is bad, horrible. But we're forgetting what actually happened. This was not a successful attack.
Okay, for those that are on my Discord server, on the live chat channel, I just put the link. It comes up to District 13 because I actually took it from a different Discord server, but it literally has the entire, all of the screenshots from the chat. Succubus, how are you?
Hi, Diva. How are you today?
I am good.
Doing me earlier. I really appreciate it.
Oh, that's okay.
So I'm pretty sure that I got muted because the one guy was on here.
It was probably friendly fire. It happens sometimes when they're trying to get the people that like to mute them and they hit the wrong person because I've done it myself.
No, I think I got muted probably on purpose accidentally, but I don't think they knew I was a friendly. The one guy was talking about, Signal and how it was like, oh, it was just a mistake. Oops, blah, blah, blah. Like all of them are saying. Excuse me. And I was like, what about Hillary and her emails? You all made such a big deal about that. And I think that they saw me as like,
okay, gotcha.
One of them.
Real quick, Val, you were talking, and excuse me, real quick. Val, someone in the comment section said they would like to hear more about the attack because that you were in the middle of talking. And so let me have you finish that thought because there's people that were interested in what you were saying.
What I was trying to make was, is in the past, when, you know what I'm saying, when these types of missions are carried out, we don't really consider them very successful when they take out innocent civilians, women, and children.
Right.
This attack was not planned well. It took out many women, children, and civilians.
And it even said in the group chat that the one guy that they were after, they did all of that for one person. So they unalived all those other people for one person.
Right.
That's in the group chat too.
That's not a successful mission. And you know what I'm saying? And even George W. Bush and Obama, when this happened to them, it wasn't as many. These weren't considered successful missions, and they caught a lot of heat for it, and rightfully so. But we don't see that same energy for Donald Trump.
Right. You're like, oh yeah, it was absolutely successful. Yeah, no.
I would call this anything but successful.
I agree. Succubus Angel, go ahead now. I just wanted him Val to finish his thought because other people were invested in what he was saying, and then I kind of cut him off when I brought you up. So apologize for that, Val.
I will happily pause for any of you wonderfully brilliant people. I have no problem. I love you all so much.
Thank you.
I don't think I've ever had Nemo on the panel when I've been up here. Hey, Nemo, I love you so much. And Jimmix, you're amazing. I really like it when we get spicy Nemo, and he's like, shut the fuck up, bitch. I'm like, oh, he's spicy.
I do too.
I think that you've like just reached the end of your patience with these people, and I totally understand, and I encourage you telling them to fuck off.
I was on one last night.
I've seen you on one the past week. Like almost every day, I see you just shredding people lately, and I'm in love with it. I think it's wonderful.
I know, right?
I like Dark Val's my favorite. Dark Val's my favorite Dark Val because he doesn't bring it out very often, but when he does, I'm like, ooh. I love Dark Val.
Every once in a while, I'm like, oh, Daddy's mad.
Yep, Daddy's mad.
I like try to cower down in my chair a little bit, kind of clench my butt. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna get spanked again. It's not the good kind.
Right.
My Lord.
Sorry. But yeah, they're gonna make every excuse in the book for this guy, like they always do, and they're gonna forgive him, and they're gonna be like, it's just an accident. Man, if
this was Biden or the Biden administration,
show that they are unaware that they're in, they would all be contortionists.
Yes. a contortionist for sure.
I mean, I don't. Yeah, I don't get how they make, like, if we gave them a picture of connect the dots, there would never be a picture that was able to be seen by any of us, because they would have 1 going to 5 and 5 going to 20. And it's like, where the hell are you all going? Makes no sense. And
They'll never have a picture.
I love that you all have provided me this outlet and this ability to feel that I am not the only sane person here in this world.
Yeah, it's not just you.
So I just wanted to say thank you.
You're welcome.
You guys are amazing.
Thank you.
And I appreciate you so much. Have a wonderful day.
You too. Thank you so much. I appreciate you.
Bye.
So nice.
I need to go and help you out.
Okay, Nemo. Thank you. Have a great rest of your night.
See you, Nemo. See ya. Bye, Nemo. Val, you have seriously acquired such a fan base on here. Wow.
Because you're smart.
I just tell it like it is. I don't try to color it. You know what I'm saying? It's not anything special I'm doing. I just read, keep up, and try to, you know what I'm saying, try to educate people with it, you know, with my past history and stuff that I've done in my past. And it's an amazing thing. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love it. I love that people actually listen. So there's that. But it's sometimes it's a little overwhelming too.
Yeah. 1 second. Link to. I'm on my Discord. Signal chat.
It's Opie.
Opie, hello, darling. Oh, Pete Hegseth's liver.
Weekend. I don't want to go back to Fox News and keep to host on weekends.
That's so funny.
In all seriousness, I woke up and I logged on to this account, and you wouldn't believe how many mentions I have in people's videos linking to the Signal chat. Like everybody's making a video. This Pete Hegseth's obviously not on Twitter, you know, so they're tagging me, and I just have like all these like mentions. It was ridiculous this morning. So I've been on this account all day today, but
That's funny.
yeah, it's just insane. I couldn't believe like when they actually released all the text messages, because I liked when they were asking oh geez, now I can't remember, but they were asking her if there was anything classified in the texts, and she said, no, there's nothing classified in the texts. And they're like, so then let everyone see them.
Exactly. When I was watching it yesterday, I said the same thing. They're like, oh, there's nothing classified. He's like, well, then show us now. Let us see them. If they're not classified, let us see them.
What's in there?
Yeah, and to me, what happened yesterday is key. There's a reason I say this. First off, I knew that the rest of this was going to come out because I knew, you know what I'm saying, I know a lot about the reporter that, you know what I'm saying, that ended up writing this for the Atlantic. He has a lot of stories in the Atlantic. And when this came out, they said that yesterday, I'm like, he's going to release the rest of it this morning. I thought it would take more than a day, but it didn't. There's something key to this. They all three sat there yesterday and said there was nothing classified.
Correct.
Anything about that chat. And one of them even said there was no plans at all in that chat. So to me, now we've got a new problem. Okay? Now we have three people that set in the executive branch of the government that lied to Congress. There's no escaping that.
Nope.
Yeah, and I'm happy that the reporter did release him as quickly as he did.
because it just shows the utter stupidity. Like you know this person's gonna. There was no doubt in my mind it was gonna come out. So they had either they're just stupid or they're like, hopefully we can spin these lies fast enough. Keep all the plates spinning.
At this point, I'm going with the first part of that sentence. You know you have a reporter that already released screenshots from those texts.
You know he had them
If you
all.
thought he was- yeah, if you think for a second that he wasn't going to release the rest of those after a statement like that, you are stupid.
Well, they are stupid.
Exactly. They are very, very stupid. I mean, what are they gonna start? They're gonna use Snapchat next to start talking to each other.
Well, how many other times have they been talking? The reason why they're doing it on these apps that disappear is so they don't have to be held accountable. There's no record. They can't be FOIA'd. They can't be requested. They can't be reviewed. So they could be doing all this stuff in the background that nobody fucking knows about. And for Trump to say he doesn't even know that this call was happening is even worse. These are all of his top advisors for our security, for our military, for our defense, our intelligence, all of them. All of them.
And hold on a second. Tiny TikTok Tim.
Oh my God.
Okay, let me tell you something. You do not want any part of me. I promise you.
I know some of your fans that would say otherwise. Anyways.
He is so gross.
Damn it, Jax.
Tim is so Tiny Tank Top Tim is so entirely insufferable that when he's on with Zeus, sometimes I have to scroll out till he's gone. He's insufferable. Insufferable. He always turns on his camera and ain't nobody wants to see that shit. So anyway, anything else, Pete Hegseth's liver?
Yeah, just two more things I want to drop.
Yeah.
I believe the part about using stuff like Signal was outlined in Project 2025 too.
Yes, that they were going to be using third-party apps in order to escape accountability and what they're doing, so they can do stuff behind the scenes that nobody knows they're doing until they're done.
So just another thing for all those people who said you didn't use a third-party. There's another thing directly from the playbook, and then I was doing my live the other day on my other account, Dad Against DMD, and I thought Gen X left this popped in for a second because I think he saw this account and my other account in the same room, and he's like, "Oh, and then it's me and my son playing video games." So
I did see that.
I thought that was funny. I was like, "Ah, here," and they don't leave.
I already figured out what app they're going to use next for communication, and it's Grindr.
I was saying that earlier.
Well, they broke it during the DNC, so they're familiar with it. Bye, Pete. Thank you. AZ Mike, how are you, my friend?
Oh, all right. I just got off Grindr right now, but speaking of Grindr.
I was carrying my food and I almost dropped it when you said that.
I didn't see Tommy on there though, and if I did, I'd probably block him right away.
Ugh.
Nasty.
That was funny though. That was really funny.
Those guys are red pill insults. I'm just like to the max. I was like, oh, they were just making I was just scratching the wall. Ah!
I know, it's so gross, isn't it?
Yeah, it's just disgusting to hear that. The thing that obviously, as I've told you before, that really disgusts me is when you get those either Latinos, gay Latinos, or both. Like those are the ones I just like.
It's like, yeah, I voted for Trump. What?
Exactly. They're sitting there with a name like Torres or Gonzalez and sitting there saying, and I think he's the best thing. Oh my God! I start yelling at the phone. It's hilarious. And
all I have to do is like, with Trump saying, I don't know anything about that call. You know, he knew everything about the call because he said the same thing about Project 2025. I have no idea what you're talking about. I've never even seen it. I don't know. If he denies it, that means he 100% knows about it.
Oh, yeah.
And if he didn't know about it, that's even worse.
Yeah, everything's projection with Trump. It's just like
Yeah.
everything he says that we do, or he's that he doesn't know about, he knows about. Just have to turn everything around the opposite. That's you got Trump. It's crazy.
Exactly. That's true, Tammy. It does say right in the text that Trump knew.
Yeah.
Because he said we have to. He wants to talk to POTUS or whatever first or whatever. So yeah, Trump did know about it. That's true. I forgot about that.
I love the emojis that they used in that text thread. The fist, the American flag, and the fire emoji. I was like, really?
Look at this one.
That's what we're doing?
This will bring back memories to those that use Microsoft Word.
Oh my God.
It looks like you're trying to discuss highly sensitive military plans. Would you like to include a journalist in the chat?
Can you draw me down? I gotta go have dinner with my wife.
Yeah, absolutely.
I appreciate you having me up. Mike, it's great seeing you as always, Val. Thank you so much for your knowledge and for being laughing right now, by the way.
Say hi to Aaron for me.
I will, absolutely. And Val, thank you for being the SMEC symbol that everybody needs right now. So I love you guys. You guys have a great night.
Bye, you too, hon. Bye.
Bye.
I was just gonna say, Val, have you ever considered a Speedo? No, I'm just kidding.
Oh my God! Oh my God!
You go on cruises and stuff.
Oh my God, that's so funny. Val's like, no.
Just saying.
That's gonna be a no.
Exactly right. They're usually called banana hammocks.
Banana hammocks, yes.
Anyway, I just thought I'd lighten it up a little.
Absolutely. We can always count on you for that.
Absolutely. All right, well, I'll step down.
All right, love ya. Have a good rest of your day.
Love you, Val. Love everybody.
All right, bye. Buffy, my love, how are you?
Hey, Diva.
I missed you. No, go ahead. The only reason why I changed it to Diava was because people would try to send me Cash App and Venmos and they kept spelling it wrong. They're like, I can't find you. Because they would spell it without the extra A. So I just had to start saying Diavatalks. That way people would spell it right whenever they went to try to find me.
Yeah.
But you can call me Diva.
Yeah. How are y'all doing today?
Okay.
It's been a bad day.
No, just sort of hanging with some, talking with some nut jobs. But, that's every day.
They're everywhere today. I got called into like 2 lines yesterday for Black. They're out in force.
Yeah, they are.
I was like, what? Yeah, but I've stepped away from a lot of this. Obviously,
I know.
a lot of it. But,
I'm really glad to see you back, though.
Thank you. I pop in and out,
I know.
But I was just in a live, and of course, the prompt was, Black people can't be racist. Okay, and basically, it was like Adorna and Black creators up there.
Yep.
And of course, we had a cycle of white tea people coming up, and everything that was coming out of their mouth was a symptom of the fact that racism exists, in the sense that they have been coddled in their white tea privilege. They think the thought of even someone pushing back on them is some sort of an oppression.
Oh my God.
They feel like
They want to be oppressed so bad, don't they?
yeah, I am oppressed. And then, matter of fact, and this is the one that I think this is where we're going to go. They're going to say, I am racist. Everybody is, right? Like, you're missing the mark. And the fact that just came out of your mouth proves that it exists. The fact that you would say that. And then, of course, they want to compare everything to Africa.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, oh. Anyway, that's been my last 24 hours.
That sounds super fun.
Yeah.
Super fun.
This Black man trying to tell me that he doesn't believe because the Bible told him. He does not believe that women can be in charge of anything. Now this was a man who he had to drop and come back 3 times to use his phone and an app. But he's the one who should probably be explaining to me how the government works when he can't use a goddamn phone. Okay?
Oh my God! And the same Bible that tells you how to treat your slaves.
Yeah. But see, I swear to God, he was a lapdog, and he was just like, but they just probably know better.
What?
Yes.
Oh, the delusion. Wow.
Yes. He is of the belief that everybody has their place, and Black people, their place is not actually in leadership roles, especially not women.
Oh, gross. Ew.
It's the misogyny, right? When you really get down to this.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Because we talked about this earlier in life. When you really get down to the issue with, you know what I'm saying, Blanca, pretty much, you know what I'm saying? When you really get down to that issue, it's misogyny.
Yeah.
Damn near every time.
I feel like they are so put down in the world that you have to get power from somewhere in order to feel like a man. I feel like that's what Trump does, right? Because he doesn't really have anything to offer, at all. But he thinks if he takes it from other people and they have less, then he's winning. And that's why he's come up here and he's winning. He's your daddy, and I'm like, what did your dad do to you? Pressing me wasn't one of the things my dad did.
Yeah, and it's like when they do that daddy stuff, I'm like, you have daddy issues, or you have a kink that none of the rest of us care for.
And I will tell you, I've been following you around because I had all day office hours the last 2 days, and every time Val says, you know what I'm saying, it warms my heart. He was just like, I just said something. That's what you said. He's like, you hear what I just said?
That's so funny. He is funny that way. Jamaican, hi, how are you? Oh, sorry, Val, go ahead.
I just know they're not listening.
Right. Hi, Jamaican, how are you?
Oh, I'm doing so good. Oh boy, I had such a blast watching the live today. Oh boy, Tommy making a complete ass out of himself. Oh man.
Yep.
What? Tell me this. What is his obsession with coming to the live? He wants attention. It looks like.
He's here every single day. Well, he won't be anymore because I blocked him because he was just gross. But
that's good.
I don't want him coming back here. He used to be okay, and then he started with this nonsense today. I'm like, you know what? Nope, I don't want you back in my life.
Oh yeah, totally. And the fact that he said that he had about 3 or 4 baby mamas, that makes him feel like he's
a player.
He's a player, yeah. Like he wants to think that he accomplished something by bringing four baby mamas. No, they call. You have 4 baby mamas because they call to check up on their kids, not to check up on your fat ass. Oh my gosh. Not to disrespect people with overweight, but him.
And then he's like, somebody asked him, do you pay your child support? He's like, nah, man, I took that to court and won. I'm like, you don't even pay for them. You make all those women pay everything for these children? You are just a special piece of shit. It's expensive to raise kids. Uh-oh, am I frozen?
Because we will be just like Korea, where we have no children to put in these schools that you so far tried to take away education from. I'm so glad I don't have children right now. You have no idea. But I'm telling you right now, ain't nobody want to have kids with you, be near you, have you in charge of their kids for sure. So, okay, go ahead, keep talking.
That sure is the truth, Buffy.
Yeah, it's the little things, right? The things we've been saying for years. 2 years ago, we started talking about Florida, what they were going to do as they started breaking down on immigration, what they were going to have to do. There was 1 of 2 choices. We talked about this.
We did.
They're either going to have to start using prisons as their source of employees, or the worst part of it, children.
Oh wow.
Okay, and look what's happening in Florida right now.
Val, did you talk about what's happening in the Oklahoma school system? Where they were saying that they have to teach the big lie.
They have to teach.
The January 20 or the 2020 election was stolen.
Oh, really? I never heard of that one. They're teaching the kids that to lie about the 2020 election.
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
I think it starts July 1st, they said 2025, where that curriculum will be implemented. And I can tell you, as someone who they tell us what we can and can't say as part of my contract, the way they phrased it was how my stuff is phrased in regards to the LGBTQ community. I can have my own personal opinion. I cannot say an opinion that goes against the university's policy, though.
Well, that fucking sucks.
Yeah, or my contract can be revoked, and I had to sign it, or I wasn't getting the contract.
Oh no.
So I know what they're saying is, yeah, I know how that goes.
So Buffy, you live like in a red state then, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no.
I'm in Florida. So
You're in Florida too. Oh.
Yeah.
No.
I'm in Florida. But I homeschool my kids.
Okay.
I've always homeschooled my kids because they're special needs, and never been able to find a school that could be what we needed, I guess, for lack of a better word.
Yeah. I'm so sorry you have to go through that, Diava.
That's okay. And now I'm glad I do because I would not have them in the public school system right now if my life depended on it. Because they're doing revisionist history. They're teaching the what's that university? Oh my God, the Christian university, whatever. But I can't think of it. Anyway, the curriculum that slaves gained valuable skills.
Yeah.
PragerU, thank you. The PragerU.
And you guys have to remember too, especially now that it's down to the states. Okay, you have no idea. Like Moms for Liberty has always had their hands in the textbooks that are chosen.
Yep.
For schools, and now, especially if a lot of people are going to homeschool because they can't afford to send them to school, that won't be too long off.
Nope.
That I can tell you as an educator, I'm overwhelmed, and I was trained for this, and I can't imagine a parent having to take on that responsibility on top of everything else they do as a parent, and giving them an education so they're going to trust whatever curriculum is given to them. Yeah, that's a yikes.
Yeah, big yikes.
It's a big yikes right there. I mean, is there a possible chance that the Department of Education can sue the Trump administration, or there's nothing they can do about it?
That's a good question.
I think the ACLU is.
Yeah, I don't know if sue's the right word because this is really, it's going to go down to, you know what I'm saying, a case. Congress put the Department of Education.
Correct, and Congress can be the one.
Congress can take the Department of Education down.
Oh.
Now all these defunding tactics and everything like this, and this is the overwhelm and see what gets through kind of situation is what's really going on here. Because the courts can only hear so much.
Right.
I mean, there's only 11 districts. There's only 11 district courts.
Only 11. Oh wow. I didn't even know there was only 11.
Yeah, they can only hear so many cases, and SCOTUS can only hear so many cases.
So much. Yeah. Wow. And to make things worse too, it's horrible that Florida is suffering. Florida is such a wonderful state too, and then Ron DeSantis came along and messed that up.
Yep. I've always loved living in Florida, and I want to get out of here. Do I have a delay?
I'm just setting foot in Florida right now. My mom had to go to Disney.
Do I have a delay? Because I feel like I keep talking over people. Do I have a slight delay?
Yeah, I guess you do a little bit, but you're not frozen.
All right, let me try this.
She was a little for me. Yeah. But no, I'm too scared to set foot in Florida. I think these people, sorry, Diva, your people are crazy, and I'm scared. So
they are.
And I live in Arizona, so that's saying something.
Oh, right.
That's saying something.
That is saying something. I know. We have such a horrible administration. I don't trust that administration whatsoever. They lie so much. First, he lies about, I think, the investigation with the airplanes and stuff like that. They investigate this. They're doing this. I don't know. It's all this cod-swallowed nonsense this man says all the time. It's like I feel like I'm losing IQ points because of him.
Yeah.
But I feel like I don't want to waste energy on these people. These people are nuts. Like the politicians. I think what upsets me more is the people who come up and defend it with no basis whatsoever. And like those are the people we walk outside with every day, who prepare our food, who educate our kids. Like that's probably the part that bothers me the most. I mean, I've watched politicians be shitty assholes my whole life. I haven't been here that long, but it's not that new to me. But it's the people I'm around. Like even in my complex,
Yeah.
I can't get anybody to make. They didn't make eye contact with me very much before, but now especially.
Right. I have to agree with that because I know that Yava and they don't know that I'm in law enforcement. I can't even look at my own coworkers the same. I just can't.
Nope.
It's disgusting. I don't associate with them. I don't even want to make friends with them. I can't even talk to them about anything. I don't want them. I don't want to be near you. I'm just going to do my time. That's it. But these are the people that's supposed to be that has to have my back on certain situations.
Right.
Just,
Do you trust them?
I can't. Half the time I can't. I can't. And it's sad. But we have to, the thing is, we have to do our job.
I know.
That's the thing. I can't.
And I can tell you that how you're different from them is because you understand that you are no different than the people that they oppress and that you are not an exception. That, I think, is the line that people who just go along with the flow or MAGA or let's unify or come together people keep. Like, they think that maybe if we just give them another chance, it'll be okay. No! I don't know why people think these people are lying to us. They don't like us.
Yeah, and they've been saying that. They said that throughout this first administration. Oh, give him a chance. We gave him a chance. And then now, 4 years later, he's now president and says, oh, just give him a chance. It's only been a month or two. It's like, no, you could.
No, he's had 4 years and 2 months.
4 years and 2 months, yeah. So you can put these laws in place right now. There's no need to be waiting. Like this is a type of scam that they're pulling, and the MAGA voters, they fall for this scam all the time, and that's the sad part. Wait. No, there's no waiting.
It won't happen to them, right?
It won't happen to them. Exactly, Buffy. It won't happen to them because they think like it takes time. This is the excuses that they use for themselves. The excuses for this man that lies all the time.
I think
says
it's
anything they believe in. He could tell them to go. You could tell them to go jump off a bridge. They'll do it.
I think the thing is they
I mean, he did incite January 6th.
Yeah.
Wait, say that again. I think you got cut out.
He did incite January 6th. So
Yeah. Well, yeah, he did. He could tell. Yeah, he could tell them to go climb up the tunnels or go underneath the tunnels where the cars are at. You'll be alive. They'll do it. They'll do anything. They're gullible.
They are. Well, thank you, Jamaican, for coming up. Thank you for coming up, Jamaican. I'm just going to move out. There's a bunch of people more waiting, so thank you for coming up. SZ, go ahead and say what you want to say next.
I just want to say is you're doing a fabulous job. I mean, especially when it came up to, oh my God, Tommy and Oliver. That's gonna be forever this week and tomorrow. Tommy and Oliver. Yeah, and then what was it? Then he tries to come back.
Chasing Booty.
Oh
He tried to come back as Chasing Booty.
Chasing Booty, and then the fact that hey, I know you blocked him, but Tommy, if you're hearing or you ever come across, I hope that $20 that you got goes to child support that your baby mama's at people. I hope you don't see a lick of dime at all.
Right?
But keep doing what you're doing.
Thank you.
Val.
Thank you so much.
ASMR voice. All right, y'all. Have a good day.
Bye.
Go get dinner.
You too. Thank you so much.
All right, yeah, I'll drop 2 for the next guest.
All right, Buffy. Thank you.
Bye, Daddy. That's what I want to fucking call you.
Love you.
Yeah,
Oops, sorry. I have a delay. I am so sorry. I apparently have a slight delay. 75 Corvette, how are you?
Hi, how are you?
Good, thank you.
I think, okay, yeah, there is a delay.
Yeah.
I think according to some of the comments that have been in many lives, and I've been in a lot of them. I've been in some where Val has been on the panel. We were just in Mishi's together.
Mm-hmm.
And, it's interesting when you look at the behavior, the entire MAGA mentality is literally a mentality of a beat down, of an emotionally beat down person, just like in a bad relationship where that's referred to as battered women syndrome, where you just keep accepting the person back over and over because they just keep giving you more promises and lies, and your ability to discern the difference between what's reality and what's fiction has disappeared. It's so many years of believing that when Trump started out on this trail, this path 10 years ago, these people bought into it, and they don't have enough self-esteem or realization to admit they made a mistake. And then over time, that turns into just becoming victims. Because I'm not in favor of giving them any slack, but they are victims. They're victims of a predator and a malignant narcissist.
Yes.
It is exactly like a bad relationship.
Yep.
It's basically, instead of domestic violence, it's nationwide violence.
Yeah.
But I wanted to address something else that Val was talking about in the other chat too, that was piggybacking on what happened with Signal when he was talking about Tesla situation. There's a lawyer here that has sort of opened up the ways of looking at this whole Tesla situation, and that whatever claims that they're making now, meaning the government, meaning KKK Caroline, and Trump himself declaring de-violence and de-terrorism, is basically opening the door for insurance companies to pay the claims that are going to go out now. And those claims are covered by the federal government because they're commercial entities, and the commercial entities have certain kinds of business continuation insurance. And if you interrupt business because it is declared a T threat, that basically they're going to get all their money back, and so will Elon on whatever part of that physical damage and effect on business, which in turn affects the market value, which in turn affects the stock market price, and then the investors are now in an uprising trying to ask him to step down as CEO. So They're always winning, right? This is why they say winning, because even when they're lying, they're winning because they're manipulating their own system, because they know the system so well. They created it. That's why they know how to get in and out of it.
It's not wrong. Dawn.
Now, are you the guy that works for Rivian?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Because you made a mention earlier, I think, in that other talking about they're going to give, not they're going to, that the idea would be to give a special tax rebate or some kind of a benefit if you now purchase Teslas going forward, and the other EV companies wouldn't be privy to that because they're not suffering, right? Because everybody that's selling their Teslas at a loss or turning them in as to dealerships by a different version of some kind of hybrid, perhaps, not even a straight electric vehicle, are getting slammed. They're losing all of their investment, and most of those people are not MAGAs because they can't afford to buy a Tesla. These are liberals and people that were environmentally conscious, right?
Right, not Trump supporters.
No, but the Trump supporters are coming out now, and they're saying they're getting online and they're making posts and they're cheering. And even though true for most of them, even at the discounted rate of having the car be turned in as a used vehicle and be on the shit list for most people. The price is probably not going to still be within their price range. They're claiming now they can buy Teslas cheap and they're going to be the ones driving them around. So that remains to be seen. But everything is a scam.
Yep.
Everything is a scam. Everything he says is a setup for another scam.
I agree. Thank you so much for
So
coming
people
up.
are going out of their minds saying, okay.
No, there was a delay. I didn't know you were still talking. Please
I have a
finish.
question.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna let 75 Corvette finish. I interrupted because there's a lag. So
Yeah, that's okay. I was just saying that everything that's being said is a setup. When everyone was getting upset about how the press secretary could say that it was deep terrorism, right? That, what was the basis for that? This is the basis, setting it up so that within the law that covers the insurance issues by the federal government to cover 80% of your business loss, it has to be declared by the government. And there you go. So
exactly.
weeks later, now we know what the purpose of that claim was. Because we all know Dan doing well at AT.
No, exactly. And where are these people that have been arrested? Like, who are they? They haven't come out and really shown us anybody that has been arrested, have they?
You're breaking up. Say that again, hon.
I said, where are the people? Have we heard any names? Has anyone actually been arrested for
Wow.
it?
No, see, that's the other thing, too, because now we're looking at the idea that it's not even the people they're claiming it is, that it's really their own people. When the prices started to be affected, the stock was dropping, people were boycotting it, and they were just peacefully saying, we're just not going to be involved with Tesla at all. This was their counteract. This was their counterattack, right? It was probably started it. We don't have any evidence to say this, so I'm saying this just is my own opinion, that they started these issues with spray painting and slashing tires and mildly and built it up to the point where they could blame another group like they do when they infiltrate protests, right?
Yep, outside agitators.
Exactly. And so we're never going to be, as Democrats, progressives, liberals, anybody that's not a MAGA and not a Republican for the most part, who continue to stay in the party and support this, even if they, I don't know how you could support anything that this person represents, but they manage to make excuses for themselves. We all realize what's happening because it's beyond our ability to think this way because we're not criminals, right? You get stuck in the cycle of being blamed for something because someone thought of it and then blamed it on the innocent party. Right? Like the bully who starts to fight when the teacher's not looking.
Right.
The kid who hits back gets caught. Right?
Yep. Well, thank you so much for coming up, Corvette. I appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
Of course. Dawn, go ahead.
I just had a question. I've been hearing that Mike Johnson says he wants to defund the court and wipe it out so that they can do their thing.
Yes.
Is that possible?
If they can eliminate district courts?
Yeah.
I doubt it. He says they fund them, but I doubt he can. The Speaker of the House can take away district courts. Yeah.
Yeah.
They're just talking out their ass.
Yeah, that's BS. I mean, I'm more concerned about Donald Trump saying that he wants to pay reparations to
J6ers. Oh my fucking god.
Yeah, I was just like, I heard that and I just was wondering, and because he said desperate times call for desperate measures, and we will be doing it. That's like, okay.
Yeah, okay.
Thank you, Diva. I thank you for having me up.
Of course, thank you, Don. Close the courts, like, so stupid. Just because they're going against him, that's our checks and balances. That's our checks and balances. Val, I don't know if you had time to read it, but if you maybe could read it tonight. His new EO that he signed today regarding the Department of Treasury. And maybe we can talk about it tomorrow.
Yeah, so it's a new EO that you signed today about the Department of Treasury.
Yeah, he's basically consolidating all payments to be going out of the Department of Treasury, basically bypassing Congress. It's
Oh,
an
no.
yeah. That's how I read it. That's why I want you to read it and see what you think, because that's exactly yeah.
I'll go from there.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you for coming up today, Val. I really appreciate it. Thank you guys for all being here.
So,
Huh?
got hung up a little bit in my prior life.
Yeah, that's okay. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you for the likes, the taps, the love, the gifts, the cash apps, the Venmos, everything. Thank you so much. I couldn't do this every single day without you. I really do appreciate you. Thank you so, so much. And I will be back tomorrow at 4 p.m. Eastern, and we'll do this all over again. I love you guys. Mwah. Have a good night.
Bye.
Bye. All right. To my YouTube and Twitch people, hello, hello. Thank you guys for being here today. I really, really, really appreciate you. And I will see you guys all tomorrow at 4 p.m. and we'll do this all over again. Mwah. Love you.